stop on XFM. Carl's back. He's cheering up a little bit because I think he's vented his spleen a little bit on cities around the world that aren't as good as Manchester. So is any of your family left in Manchester? Because they all moved away, didn't they? You came here. Your dad's moved to Wales, for Christ's sake. Well, your family are all around the... Brother joined the army. Get anywhere. Just take me anywhere.
I don't know where he is.
His sister's moved away, so no
Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, you see? So, that's just one family. that's one family who love Manchester.
Exactly.
Alright?
Tell you what, Steve.
Go on.
I did find out in the week.
Yeah.
World record, right? Person with the longest trump.
With the longest what?
Wind. Fart.
Right.
Right? 2 minutes 42 is the world record.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I'm immediately thinking about a relative of yours who I'm sure did longer than that.
Who still lives in Manchester.
Auntie Nora.
Now, Auntie Nora did it for how long? 5
Reportedly,
minutes, wasn't it?
Star fight for 5 minutes. But, unfortunately, she was the only person in the room. Whereas I think, which one's alive, Ross or Norris McWhirter?
I don't know, actually.
He has to be there.
Yeah, I think he actually has to
He'd
be
have
present.
to be there.
Would you want to be there?
Well, he'd have sort of equipment, looking at his watch, going, finish, you go, yeah, he goes, well, that was 4 minutes,
Did she go
59
from like a
seconds.
size 10 to a size 6?
Did
Did she show some old dresses?
like a hovercraft.
Exactly.
In a big dress.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
slightly off. Yeah. So, it has to be invigilated.
But again, you know, how was the Guinness Book of World Records one invigilated? I mean, who was supervising that? Who was
He
monitoring
said,
that?
I can fart for 2 minutes. They went, well, we've got to see this. Went round. And, he just probably let it rip. It's probably circular breathing. He's probably sort of sucking in air and swallowing it as he's going. And it's a continuous one, isn't it? It's not like, yeah.
I mean, they said, you know, that's how Nora's happened. Me Auntie Nora. She had a little bit of wind. It went on for like 2.5 minutes.
Sure.
That's when she called me ma'am.
As it was still going on.
And said, there's something not right here.
I'm
And,
leaking.
She said, oh, can you send your dad round? You know, my dad.
Yeah.
Saying to me, ma'am.
With a cork.
And,
With a lighter. I think this would be the best one
I want
ever.
to show the kids something.
he said, I'll be there in a bit, get the windows open. But what it was down to, because I was talking to
Is
my
she
mum
the
and dad
one with the
about
split
it.
tennis ball?
Yeah.
Can we not talk about that again?
I was talking to my mum and dad about it, saying, you know, why do you think it happened and that? And it's because she never chucks food away, right? And she'll sort of mash it all up. And she's got all these ice cream tubs in the fridge that are just full
Cabbage
of, like,
water.
old, mashed up food.
Really?
And she prepares everything. Right, she doesn't work, she's retired now, she's got nothing to do all day, but everything's got to be ready
Still
for her.
calls in sick.
Do you know what I mean? Everything's got to be done. Even though, if you're going round to her house and you're going there for tea, it's like, what time are you coming? And it's like, well, I don't know, maybe 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, you're
Well, no,
late,
I need
because
to
you're late
know,
when
I
you
need
have to
to
meet
know.
us at 5 or 6.
Do you know what I mean? That's what...
So, sorry, when you say she mashes up food, she literally takes the remnants of a dinner, could be sort of some...
Anything.
And just smashes it all up into a...
Yeah.
And then what does she do with it?
Put it in the fridge, and she's got it in the fridge, it's like January, February, March, she's got all these ice cream boxes that are just full of...
But she doesn't... She reheats it and eats it.
Oh, then she,
I
puts it in
thought
a
she was
pan.
just keeping it as a souvenir of each meal she'd had.
No, put it in a pan, warm it up.
Oh,
and that's what it
grotesque.
is, it's just...
A lot of vegetation, is it?
Yeah.
Why does it only happen once, or does she save it up once a year, just let it go?
I don't know. Well, she is mad, she's...
Yeah, she sounds potty.
She doesn't answer the phone anymore in case it's a burglar. Checking if she's in. It's like, well, answer it and then they'll know you are in and they won't come round.
Yeah.
Mental. Mental.
They can't be sure then, can they?
What do you mean?
Well, if there's no, well, okay, well, maybe it's someone just, they are in, but they're hiding. Whereas if Auntie Nora goes, it's Auntie Nora, we can nick, she'll be farting. We can sneak in when she does a loud one. Because we'll be aware of the telly, what's stopping it? It's got a valance round it, it's got caught on the cat.
So, have we got a recap on Rockbusters?
No, just has anyone got the right answers? Has anyone got the right answers?
Let me just check here. Here's one from someone who just says, he's given an answer, answer to number 1, I, number 2, don't, number 3, care.
Right, okay, is he close? Has anyone got 3 answers?
I can't find one with 3 answers.
So, again, you've done something wrong, Carl.
No, no.
This isn't radio, play a record.
There you go. Someone's got it.
Give it to them.
Fine. Okay, give us the clues again. We'll give the answers straight away.
Yeah.
No fanning around.
Yeah,
Right.
it's really pointless.
Number 1.
Yeah.
All the police cars are on fire.
BS.
BS.
Yeah. What was that?
I can think of something.
Go on.
Blazing Squad.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Right. The director of 28 Days Later is shouting about sleeping outside.
Yeah.
That's Dan Yell Bedingfield. Right?
Danielle
We never-
Bedingfield.
Right. We'll never let him do this again.
I told you I washed my hands of it.
I know, but I
Why
just
did you
thought...
let him? Why do you...
Because he was grumpy.
But this is what happens. Look what's happened. Danielle Bedingfield. That's what happened.
The director of... So Danny Boyle, so Dan, right, all that for Dan, but shouting about being... Dan Yell Bedingfield, right? What's the last one?
He wants to be a sailor. Why is that?
Yeah?
Beyonce.
What does that mean?
Beyonce. He wants to be on the sea.
Play record. You're never doing it again. You
I
just
can't-
signed your death warrant.
What have we
You're
done?
never doing Rockbusters again. And if Monkey News is about, they would ban that as well.
We've
And we're
unleashed it.
serious this time.
So Joe in Catford. Stuff off to you.
Oh, I can't believe what we've done.
He's even doing the shout out.
There you won. Well done on that.
What have we done, Rick? What have we done? World Party, is it like today? Still to come. We've got Monkey News, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're guaranteed Monkey News. But I tell you what, I know, I can look, the look in your eye.
You know
Rick,
what
tells
I
me
want?
everything.
Just play some.
Adverts.
There's a little sailor fella. He wants to, join the Navy. Why? Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Knowles. Is his surname?
Yeah.
Midshipman Knowles. Now, Carl, we're going to do another edition, I think, of Wish You Were Here, because that really cheered you up, didn't it?
So on.
Where else you been? Have you been around Europe, haven't you? You've been to any hot country? You've been to Greece?
Greece.
Turkey?
Done Turkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Been to Turkey. Little fellas. Little midgets working in the canteen in the hotel I was in.
Okay.
Astley Suzanne as well.
Okay. Have you been to Scotland?
Once for the Edinburgh Festival.
Go on.
That's where I looked out in my hotel room, saw a traffic warden putting a ticket on some bin bags
Brilliant.
because they'd gone into the road.
So that's Turkey, Scotland. What about places here? Have you been to the West Country where we?
Have you been to my neck of the woods, Bristol?
I haven't been. What else is around there?
Bath?
Been to Bath.
Yeah, what do you make of it?
Once you've been, probably don't need to go again because it's sort of old and they don't change anything.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
That'll be
So once
the
you've
Roman
been-
spa
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
talking about,
Right.
I think. What about Brighton?
Not gay people.
Right, okay, thank you. Next week on Wish You Were Here, we'll go to some other places where there are gay people.
Fascinating. And
Brilliant.
Another extraordinary insight there. Carl? Yeah, I asked you, didn't I? And I said...
Because, no, but what I sort of questioned was, I said, well, if you're 27 today, that means last week you were 26.
Well done, yeah. That's irrelevant. So therefore you assumed that I must be 28 then?
Yeah.
Whereas I assumed you were using, your knowledge of maths,
No,
such as it is.
I wouldn't do that.
No, sure.
Wow. I actually got lost in that conversation because I genuinely didn't know what he meant would mean last week you were 26. I don't know what that
I
meant.
don't know what it meant.
Wow. Well, it is Steve's birthday.
But he would have been 26 last week.
Stuff tells you genuinely frighten me because it's those staring eyes. There's nothing behind him. It's this little bald head. Looks like Davros looking at me. Genuine fear on his face when he enters into a conversation with another human
But
being.
what bit don't you understand? If he's 27 today, he would have been 26 last week, and he doesn't look 26. He didn't look 26 last week. He looks older than 28 today.
You've started on his birthday. You're still having a go at him.
Carl, I don't look like the kind of hot stud that I actually am, but face facts, that's the truth, mate.
Yeah, live with it.
Get with
Live
the
with it.
programme, jeez.
Well, let's have a little bit of cake.
Okay, oh, that's appropriate.
See
The
what I did?
birthday. But you mean the band, don't
Yeah.
you? Not the cake. You haven't actually bought a cake, have you? Got anything at all?
Right, here's one.
Christ.
Ghosts and that we got talking about.
Sure.
And Nick said, right, he said, you'll like this one. He said, my auntie was having loads of problems.
Why are you
in
whispering? It's not illegal to talk about ghosts on the radio.
No, but
It's hearing this.
so the auntie's in the house and that, and furniture's moving about all the time.
Oh, God.
And they were like, no, this is
Steve, he told me this one. This is such rubbish, mate.
No, come on, let's listen.
I'm going to leave it to you. I'm going to sit back and enjoy it. I'm just going to watch your face, Steve.
right.
Sorry, so I
they
missed
said,
the beginning there, Carl. There's an auntie in a house.
Basically, Nick's auntie.
Right.
in the house, things moving around all the time. And it was just annoying every time she tidied up. It was like,
It was just annoying.
making a mess.
It was one part annoying to two parts scary.
Yeah.
So, stuff was moving around all the time, and they said, right,
Right, we need an housekeeper.
rather than having the house a mess, until we sort this out.
I've got the vicar coming round. Stop
I
moving
love
stuff
this.
around.
Oh, yeah, go on.
They said,
That shouldn't be in the pants drawer.
let's put all the furniture in one room, right? So just have one room that's a mess, and have all the others empty.
Because I love the poltergeist can't really... It can move wardrobes around, but it can't open a door to put it in another room.
Yeah.
Poltergeist going, I'm just making this room messy. I wish someone would open the door so I could... Go on.
Yeah, but... So all this stuff's in this room.
So they
right?
moved all their furniture into
Everything,
one
they
room.
put like the drawers in there and everything, and it was really uncomfortable because they were all like on top of each
They
other.
sat in the room with all the stuff.
Yeah, they had to, because that's where the 3-piece suite was.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Right?
Oh, God.
So they sat there, like, all crumpled up and that, but nothing can move because it's so tight. I think things were trying to move,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
everything
yeah.
was so tight. It's
They
just like,
foxed that poltergeist.
so anyway, one night they sat there, like, sort of a bit awkward watching the telly and that, and they hear some banging
Yeah.
in the next room. So she goes, oh God, what's that?
Oh, he hadn't moved in, had he, the ghost?
So,
to some of the empty rooms.
so there's this
He's
bang-
moved some friends and family in.
There's this banging about going on.
No, listen
so
to this, listen to this,
she
Steve.
gets up, right?
Yeah.
And what it is, they had the baby in the next room because there wasn't much room for the cot.
Right, so they left the baby with the ghost.
So they go into the room where the baby is, and the banging
Yeah.
is like, do you know those plastic balls you get that you can chuck around the room and like they go mental?
Right.
The ones that you chuck once and
Yeah.
keep bouncing
Yeah,
for
yeah,
ages.
yeah.
That was bouncing around the room.
Wow, what, the
Hitting
baby
all-
had thrown it?
Hitting all the walls, and the baby was there, stood in the cot, sort of laughing
Right.
and looking at the ball, and wherever it looked, the ball went.
Yeah.
And then she said, stop doing that.
Yeah.
And the ball just stopped.
Did it?
And it rolled a bit and stopped.
Right. So the baby had thrown the ball and it was watching it as it bounced around the room.
It wasn't throwing it, it was in control of it.
No, the point is, Steve, the baby has been doing it. Would have been the baby all along.
The baby had been messing with the furniture. It was
So
the
it's
baby
a
that had the
super
power.
baby.
Yeah, it's the baby that had the power.
Special baby.
It's a baby that had the power. It's
What
a
power?
baby that had the power.
What-
the power
what's the power?
of telekinesis.
Right.
They were then trying to convince me that telekinesis was not like all the other stuff that I didn't believe in, but that was a science.
Right.
Telekinesis was possible.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like ghosts and demons and all that stuff. Telekinesis is different.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
science.
But Nick's auntie saw it, and
I love the fact that you're telling me that someone else's auntie saw it. So I should be satisfied with that.
Yeah.
I should be satisfied with that. I mean,
no,
So does she still live in one room with all her possessions?
no, I think
the baby grew out of it, apparently.
it grew
The
up.
baby grew out of it.
So it doesn't use its telekinesis powers
No.
anymore?
Well, no, it's
No.
like in Carrie, innit? She was upset for a bit, and then she got over it.
Okay, I'm just going to say one thing, Carl. That was a film. Do you want to play a record or...?
Here's a problem that someone's emailed in. We're taking emails today. If you've got a problem, a concern, or, just a general query that you think Karl could answer for you. It could be about anything. It could be about some of the big kind of philosophical questions.
Yeah.
It could be something to do with war or famine, anything like that. Or it could just be a personal dilemma, something that's happening locally. Anyway, this seems one that I think you probably...
Tell us about this monkey, Carl.
You're going to love this one, Steve,
Go on.
right? So last week we were talking about how, like, a lad left his family because there was problems at home and that. He went and lived in the wood. He got airy, right?
No.
Leave it there, Rick. We haven't got time to go into
Right,
it.
so...
That's what happened.
And that's what happened. He lived with the monkeys. He went airy.
That's what happened.
Looked into some other stuff about, like, airy kids and all that.
Yeah.
Came across this story about a bloke, right, who worked in a zoo,
Oh, dear.
right? So...
Trouble's brewing.
Loving his job and that, but it's quite a lonely sort of job because you don't see many people. You're just dealing with animals all the time, right? So anyway, he gets a bit pally with a monkey because it's the closest thing to a human.
Well, that ape is.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't really go that close to apes. They're dangerous.
What do you mean? What type was it? Do you
Just
mean it was
let
a
him tell the
Was it a
story.
chimpanzee?
I reckon it was a chimp. Yeah. Yeah, it was
you
a
don't
chimp.
even know, so
It was
that's
a
an
chimp.
ape.
It was a
Okay.
chimp. Yeah, but he doesn't matter, does it?
So he
It's the
gets
story.
pally with him?
Right, so he gets pally with
What,
him.
do they go on
and
holiday together?
well, no, I mean, it starts
On the
off.
pool
It
together.
starts off just checking each other out and probably sharing lunch and that together.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, this goes on for a while. They're getting on well on that, and then after a while, right, the monkey starts sort of imitating him a bit more and sort of walking upright.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Right? So he thinks, oh, that's a bit weird. Anyway, they get on really better and what have you. So he thinks he could live at home with me, because we're getting on the storm.
Yeah.
Right? So he takes him home, and before
Is
you
this
know
the
it...
beginning of Beneath the Planet of the Apes? I think it is. I think you've seen this on video.
I'm worried, because he's already imitating him when they're moving in together. I'm thinking it's maybe a bit like Single White Female. Single White Zookeeper.
Oh, brilliant.
Right, so anyway, so he's moving in, and it's getting used to sort of the normal human life. He's having a cup of tea in the morning.
Yeah, PG tips.
He finishes the day off with a
dear.
Finishes the day off with what?
He
with
doesn't have him move a piano at one point, does he?
Finishes the day off with a little brandy.
Yeah.
What, he pours himself one. Is he wearing a smoking jacket?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Carl, you're a maniac, mate.
No, this is why it attracted me. It's amazing, right? So he's having his brandy and that, loving his life. Next thing you know, he sort of, I don't know if he loses it or he gets shaved, but the top half of his body is hairless. Right? Apart from his head. Right, so he's got a nice...
So it's the opposite of the kid.
Well,
yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
that would happen.
Right.
Well, hang on, but so you don't know if he was shaved or if it's...
How did it say, then the hairless... What?
I'll bring it in for you, the story, and then you can see if I've gone wrong.
Keep going.
Anyway, so this is going on, and he's having a great life. Then the zookeeper starts getting a bit annoyed because he's having a better life than the zookeeper. The zookeeper's in the zoo.
This is such
So the zookeeper's still got to do a day's work. The monkey's at home, he's partying,
Well,
he's
it
got
gets
his
to
other
a point when he
chipmates
says,
round.
there's no point you coming in to the zoo, because the whole reason of you being there was because you're being kept there.
Right.
And he didn't want to bring the memories back, so he said, you stay at home. So
you're talking such...
Just let him finish.
God, I don't know if I can sit here and listen to this drivel.
I'm fascinated.
It's nearly over anyway, right?
It sounds extraordinary, Carl.
So he's walking up, right? He's having a tea in the morning, finishing the day off with brandy. Gets a bit out of hand, only tries it on with the zookeeper's wife.
Make him go away, Steve.
How does he do that?
Well, because he's around humans a lot, he becomes a bit of a charmer. And,
But what is it that he could do to seduce her? Pick fleas out of her?
he didn't say.
He was built.
Yeah, he is well done.
So what about that?
What do you mean, what about it, Carl? It's obviously not true.
I don't understand how...
I love the fact he becomes a charmer. He's got better taste in brandy.
Exactly.
And
what was it that he was doing that seduced her?
I don't know. I thought maybe because he was at home more than the zookeeper was.
But what would he be doing,
I
Carl?
love the fact that...
He's not going to be talking with her. They're not going to be playing like Trivia Pursuit.
Maybe she liked the silent type. He didn't go into that. He just said that's when the trouble started.
Carl, play a record.
Right.
Is that what Suzanne did when she brought you in?
Tell me your insights to autism.
Right, well, there was this, again, Channel 4 coming up with some good stuff at the moment, right? It might have been Channel 5. But what's the name? It was...
It's the attention span I like!
These people who, they've got like this autism thing going on.
Yeah.
And they sort of take in a lot of information. They get sort of they get so into it that they know everything about that subject and what have you, right? And there was this lad who, he knew everything, right, about EastEnders.
Right.
He sort of, the cameraman was saying to him, so, you know, why EastEnders and that? And he said, I don't know, I just like it. And he said, I remember when I first watched it was a Thursday, it was 5 to 8, Pauline Fowler walked in, she had a pink jumper on, she said, all right, love. And he remembers everything from that moment on. Yeah. Right, and everything, which is great, but then the way the programme was making out, it was almost like they were saying it's a disability.
Right.
When in a way, it's more like a superpower.
Sure. Like Rain Man.
But if you can take
it's Rain Man.
No, he
has special autistic powers.
Oh God!
We must hope for Rain Man.
I don't know what to do.
So he would be a great contestant on Mastermind, sort of autistic Mastermind. He'd be
what I'm
dynamite.
saying is, don't be watching EastEnders though. Sort of, why didn't they give him an encyclopedia and say, get into that?
Sure.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Keep him away from EastEnders. Wasting his time there. But I don't think it is a disability.
No.
Yeah, there are other things, and they're not. It's also autism is a matter of degrees, from what I know. And I'm sorry to have to do this, but I feel that I have to at least be the voice of reason, as ill-educated as I am on the subject. But I think there's degrees of autism. I think some are higher performance than others. There's other issues with it. It's not they're just got good memories. They don't go around doing tricks for people because they can remember stuff. There are other issues with it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they seemed a bit...
But you watched the programme. What did you learn? That he knows when Pauline Fowler came in.
Yeah, I mean, there was other bits where they couldn't control her emotions and stuff.
Oh, that other little bit, yeah.
But the main bit of it was he can soak up information and stuff, and I'm just saying it didn't seem really bad. Do you know what I mean? There's disabilities where people say that's a bad disability. It's like how people say about...
This is brilliant. This is just like this is amazing to be in a room with this man. It's incredible. You just wind him up and listen to what comes out. And I'm going to sit back now. I'm not going to defend you or explain anything. Just go on and tell me about the other disabilities that are worse.
What I mean is how people can sometimes easily get mixed up. How people are scared of like a cyclop. Well, at the end of the day, he's got a disability. A bloke with
Who's scared of a cyclop?
No, it's
apart
just
from
like
Jason and his Argonauts. Where's this cyclop that you're scared of?
No, I'm just saying in history and in books and that.
No, not in history. History happened.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of? You're mixing history with Greek mythology and Roman mythology and every other type of mythology. What do you mean? There wasn't really a giant cyclop that went round picking up ships and throwing them around. That's not history, Carl. Do you think Batman's history?
No, but it was ages ago, wasn't it, when we were sort of forming...
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen ages ago. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Well, it might have done. I mean, what's so ridiculous about a fellow with one eye?
In the middle of his head, and he's big and scary and lives in a cave.
Why is he scary? Because what if he had 8 eyes, I'd be scared of him. At the end of the day, he's got a disability... we'll talk about it in a bit. So, we'll move on to this next one, right, which is brilliant. Dead short story. So, right, old woman, about 70 years old. Yeah. She's normally fit and healthy and stuff. Nothing wrong with her. She's having a good life. And one day, she goes for a check to the doctors, just to check herself out, because she's getting on a bit. Yeah. He says, take your clothes off and that. So she does. And checks her out. Says, yeah, you're looking good. Turn round. He said, oh, God. He says, you got a tumour on your buttock. Right? So she goes, oh, well, can you do anything to sort it out? So they go, yeah, we could book you in for an operation. It's best if we remove this. Books are in for an operation. Operation day comes, strip her down and that. They're all stood round, the doctors. Start to operate. It only turns out it's a pork chop that she sat on 5 years earlier and it had stuck to her buttock.
Right, Carl...
I can forward you. Serious.
Right, okay, Carl, I'm telling you now, I'm leaving. I'm never doing this show again.
No, I'm serious. Honestly,
you're talking. I've never had such. What do you mean? You couldn't believe it?
No, when I read it, I said I've got to tell Ricky that.
This woman had a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years. You mental case. Of course she didn't.
For those that perhaps are not of the female persuasion listening, there's a magazine. Apparently it sells quite well. It's one of the sort of female, kind of issues magazines. I think it's called Company Magazine. It's like your sort of, I guess it's a bit like your Moore or your Vanity Fair or whatever. Anyway, they run every year the 50 most eligible bachelors in Great Britain section. Ding dong, hello. Who's in there this year? In the 50, in the top 50 of the entire country.
And then they vote, and they put them in order and see who's the most eligible bachelor.
But that's 50 people, right? It always annoys me slightly because bachelor, it kind of seems like a more sophisticated word for loser. Yeah, doesn't it? Which always sort of unnerves me
slightly. And also they try and do a different 50 every year, so they're getting pretty desperate to get different ones. Because also a lot of people who are sort of like successful, are married, so there's very little to...
No. There's a huge... I don't know if this is international. It could even be international. I'm not sure, actually. So I could be up there with the likes of Justin Timberlake, etc. So Fred Durst... Yeah, that sort of person, So anyway, this is what's exciting, right? Although I'm slightly frustrated because they were telling me that last year... All right, because what happens is the readers of the magazine, they vote for who they think is number one most eligible bachelor, right? Last year, the prize was a 2-week trip in the Bahamas. Okay, this year, I'm rather annoyed because all I'm going to win is a moped. That's the prize this year. That's the prize this year, a moped.
Whoa, backtrack.
What?
Sorry? Last year was a 2-week trip to Bahamas, and this year
Just
what?
a moped. All I'm going to get is a moped.
All you're going to win is a moped.
Yeah,
You got no chance. You've got no chance. Who else is in it? Who else is in it?
Well, I mean, I don't know lots from people you'd never heard of. I know Duncan from Blue.
Ding. So you're second to him at least already. I imagine you're going to come behind the other 49.
Because there'll be people voting for me. They get to vote for me.
Yeah, Steve.
You see, this happened years ago to me, right? When, you get pally with someone and then you wind each other up and then there comes a time when you just go over the line.
Yeah.
Right?
What happened?
Well, it was this lad called Anthony, right? He was my mate.
Yeah.
And we used to sort of always have a little fight in the toilet and that.
Sure.
Right? Punch each other.
No, I want to wipe it.
And the punches, used to get harder and stuff. And then, so he hit me harder. Turned out into a proper fight.
Yeah.
I chipped his tooth on the sink. Right?
Right.
This happened at school, and it was time for assembly, and I thought, and he's in the toilet crying. I thought, go to assembly. There's police in there in the assembly that day telling people about unnecessary violence.
And you thought they were there for you?
So I'm like, oh no, Anthony's going to come in a minute, like crying with all blood coming from his mouth. So I'm going to get arrested.
Yeah. Did you go running and sleep?
And that was an example of. Yeah. I mean, it kind of happened because I went out with a girl who he fancied.
How old are we now?
About 8 or 9.
I think that's out of order, going out with a mate's girl.
Yeah, but she didn't like him. He had like big ears and that. He had no chance.
You're
so why
such a
should
dish.
No, but do you know what I mean? All right, I haven't got the looks like I used to.
Sure, when you were 8.
But that's before the stress of, having head squoes and that sort of thing. I have aged a lot since.
Having your head squished.
He's in Heat next week, Steve.
Right.
Yeah. They've put a picture of him. They could do the grab off the DVD, and he's behind the scenes, and he's got his little picture in Heat, and he hates it, don't you?
Well, I'm a bit annoyed because I didn't want it in.
Why are you worried?
Just don't want people knowing what I look like and that.
Why?
Were you on the DVD?
Yeah, but
It's to public domain. Anyone can take it off there and put it on the paper now.
But that's extras on a DVD, and I'm just thinking not that many people. If they watch it, they won't take it in, stuff like that.
What are you worried about then?
There's like me brother and sister and stuff who I don't see anymore. If they know what I look like now, they might.
What do you mean if they know what you look like now? They've just got to imagine little Karl Pilkington with no hair.
No, I've changed quite a lot because I work hard, don't I? So I've aged quite badly. Right. And I'm just thinking if they
You used to have the hair of a Chinaman,
But
didn't you?
sorry, why is it a problem for your brother and sister to see you?
Because I don't see them anymore, do I? And they'll come out of the woodwork now.
What? They're after your millions?
No. So they're sitting at home, they're looking at Heat, and there goes Karl Pilkington. Oh, Karl's my brother. My brother. Oh, maybe I'll go and see him.
I don't want the hassle.
But they could find out where you are.
What's the hassle then?
It's just hassle of having friends and family and that.
You mean this, don't you?
Yeah, it's that I'm not into having
But
dates.
if either your brother or your sister came to your door, would you not welcome them in and give them a cup of tea?
Do you know what? He bumped into his sister, right, after about 7 years in a car park somewhere, right? And she went, oh, I got a picture of my new kid. Do you want to see it? He went, not really. All kids look the same. And she went off in a huff.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but that's the problem though, isn't it? She hadn't seen me for years and years. That's the way I am. I'm not like being rude or anything. I'm just says what comes in my head.
Oh, don't give me that. Don't do that. I'm not rude. It's what comes in me head.
That's a rubbish excuse.
Not rude.
Know me, know my ways.
Yeah.
Right,
am I wrong then? Let's look at it. Let's look at what I said.
There's Nouts Obama's cakes. Know me, know my ways. Get out, you twiddle flunt. What is that? What sort of philosophy is that? Know me, I'm rude and take it, I'll leave
I'm not being rude.
You are being rude.
What, saying that all babies look the same?
It's your nephew. You didn't even bother to have a look. You could have been courteous and have a look at the picture.
If it was a first, I'd say fair enough, but she's got loads of kids.
Oh, fair enough. What kind of woman is she?
David Bowie, Lady Stardust from Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. I went to see him Tuesday. I know you went to see him Wednesday, Steve. I mean, obviously I'm a mental fan, but I think objectively that was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
He's got the best band in the world. He played all the hits. It was an amazing show. The sound was incredible. Do you know what I mean?
But his voice as well. I think people don't realise how incredible his voice is.
It was absolutely
soulful is the word I'd use.
Brilliant. Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. You don't care, do you, Carl? We don't care about this.
You never really go to gigs, do you, Carl? The live music experience is not something you enjoy.
Can be all right.
Go on.
I heard that someone else who went to the Bowie thing said that he sort of messed with the songs a bit, which would annoy me.
No, he didn't.
Not really.
Hardly at all.
He said when they did Life on Mars, instead of saying something about just the tune of it, he messed with it so it wasn't the same. That would annoy me.
What would you do? Get up and leave?
But I mean, we're not talking Bob Dylan or Sinatra. He ad-libbed a little bit, I suppose, and it's his song, but it was totally faithful. He was singing the songs. What do you mean?
Well, it's just don't mess with stuff. It's like if you went to see Titanic and then the boat didn't have a crash, you'd go, what are they doing? It's like, I fancy messing with it.
Well, he didn't. Well, I'll tell you, he didn't mess with it. Relatively speaking, he did not mess with the songs. They were brilliant renditions.
That would be a hell of a film, though, where Titanic gets to New York. Absolutely fine.
Oh, Carl.
But,
you're amazing.
It's because I work here, though, and there's a lot of gigs going on all the time, and then you get to a point when, you just go, get a bit fed up with that.
Well, when was the last time you went to a live experience?
Well, I've been to gigs, but the one that springs to mind probably is when I first sort of tried a gig out, and it wasn't a music one. It was Bottom. Do you know with
Bottom the live thing with
Rick Mail and Equanimity?
Yeah, in Manchester.
When was that?
Years ago, because it was in Manchester in about, I don't know, 87, 88 or something, and I was set up for a blind date. Right, a mate of mine sort of set me up to see this.
What?
Girl.
So you said, let's go to Bottom?
Well, I didn't tell her. I just said, meet us at the Apollo.
I bet she was over the moon, wasn't she?
Met her there. I said, right.
Romantic.
Going to see some middle-aged men run round in pants. Brilliant.
Well, it's good. It's one of them things that afterwards you've got something to talk about, haven't you, and stuff.
Yeah. So was it a good gig?
Yeah, it was all right. Sort of bought some April fruits and that at the start of the night.
Yeah.
I think she liked that. And then we watched Bottom. Then afterwards had a bit of a chat. And then...
you didn't see her again, I take it?
I would have done, right, because she was all right looking and everything.
Yeah.
But when we were chatting, she said she had a problem with a marrow
What?
and that.
She what?
She had a problem with a marrow.
She had a problem with her marrow?
Yeah.
You mean her bone marrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant she had one stuck of her fanny.
No, just the...
Thanks for that, Rick. That's an image I can't get out of my head.
No, I wondered what... Oh, I see, a marrow. I thought you meant a marrow. Her marrow.
And is that serious, that? I just was put off it, because I thought... If you
I think it's more serious than the problem with a marrow.
Yeah,
I mean...
With a marrow and that.
It's an idea if you're bored with butt
I
plugs.
love it. I love it. Everything he says is like someone from Kes.
It was just that thing that... Because,
You didn't want to go out with a girl who might be ill in some way.
well, yeah, I thought, what's the point in spending time with her, spending money on her and stuff, and then she's going to die on me?
Oh!
No, but seriously.
God!
No, but I'm just... But, see, this is what annoys me. You asked me to be honest, but I'm just saying, what's the point in me getting upset and stuff?
No, but it's not the... It was the one thing he said, what's the point in spending money on her if she's going to die anyway? You've got to realise that's not a normal thing to say.
No, but what's the point in getting to really knowing someone and thinking, oh, she's really nice, I want to spend my life with her? It's good that she told me when she did.
Carl! What, during Bottom? This is the most amazing thing you've ever said.
Steve, don't you understand what I'm saying?
But no, because... What? Well, firstly, it's the assumption that she's going to drop dead and you're going to think, well, I just bought her some April fruits, I'm livid.
I don't know what it means when you've got a problem with a marrow and that, but she looked pretty serious when she was talking about it. So I was like, oh...
Christ almighty!
I don't understand what's so bad about that.
Flight record! Kings of Leon on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Steve, I want to talk to you. I think it was, might have been Wednesday night. I was in the pub. Phone goes. Karl goes, "You're watching that thing about parasites?"
Right.
I went, "No, I'm out." He went, "Oh, fella with a maggot in his head."
Fella with a maggot in his head.
Yeah. And they go, "Oh no, he's pulling it out now." Oh God. I said, "Well, I'll get it. I said, "Yeah, see you later." About 5 minutes later, I get a message on my phone. Beep, beep. I look at it. It just says, "Oh no, there's a fella with his fish up his cock now."
There's a fella with a fish up his cock.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Do you want to explain that, Carl? Is it one of those little ones that swim up if you're having a slash in the Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? But it was still like stuff like that. It started off with
What does the fish do when it gets in there?
just sits there.
Why?
Well, what else can it do?
No, but why does it go up there?
Don't know. I didn't listen to that bit. There's a bit. It started off with a fella who had a bit of meat and got a tapeworm inside him.
Yeah.
And he grew it for however long, and then it came out at the end. It was about 7 foot long.
On purpose?
Yeah, he did it on purpose. Yeah, for the program, right?
I think yeah. Probably slimming, isn't it?
Well, I was thinking that could I mean, you're a fan of Waller. Could he purposely have about 8 of them?
What, Rick Waller?
Yeah,
It's a good idea.
because they were saying how they eat, a lot of stuff when they're in you. They just eat all
Well,
of it.
they take enough so you don't die, and nor do they. Yeah, but I mean, you've got to keep taking them out, haven't you? Because you'll still have the same weight because it's got to go somewhere. So you'll have them in you. What you got to do is like let them eat your meal and then take them out.
Do you think worm watchers will catch on?
Yeah.
So anyway, so that happened, right? And then there was a woman with a maggot in her head.
A woman with a maggot in her
Yeah,
head?
she went on holiday, it got in there somehow, and
Stowaway.
it just it was massive. And the thing is, she had a hole in her head, and she's there being interviewed with the doctor, like, and you can see it just sort of sticking its head out. Like, do you know when you see a cartoon with a maggot in an apple,
Yeah.
and it looks around like that?
Yeah.
Why didn't they just take it out there and then?
I think they could have done, but the doctor's messing about. It's like, well, it's good for the show, isn't it? And they left it in there.
Right, that's libelous.
Well,
That is libelous.
but I found it weird. Why not just grab it? When
Because there must be a reason. There must be one of those medical reasons that you don't really know about, Carl.
right. And another bit. This was the best one, right?
Grab it!
Right. There's this fella, and he was on his bike, right,
Yeah.
cycling to work or whatever, and he sort of sees this thing in the corner of his eye. Right.
Literally in the corner of his eye. Or you mean he saw
He just said he saw
in his
something.
peripheral
He
vision?
saw
Okay,
something
yeah.
and thought, what's that?
Yeah.
So he thought, oh, doesn't matter, whatever. And he stops off at a cafe, right, get a little scone, a tea or whatever, and he goes in there and he's sat down, and the waiter comes over. He says, yeah, what do you want? He said, I'll have a scone and a tea. He goes, all right then. So he goes to get it, comes back. As he puts the tea and the scone down, his face is like, what is that? Right, like a look of frightenedness on his face. Right, drops the tea and legs it. So the fella's going, what? So he legs it after the bloke and goes, what? And he says, oh, something came out of your nose. That was massive.
Sorry, something came out
Listen,
of the guy
this is all
serving.
true because people would have watched it, so don't start saying it
Sorry,
didn't
but hang
happen.
on, I just need to clarify. The guy on the bike...
I don't believe he ran away.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't believe he legged it. I don't believe he had a look of frightenedness on his face, and I don't believe he said something massive came out your nose.
Wait a
and
minute.
I don't even believe he had a cup of tea and a scone. These are the things that I think are embellished.
But who had something coming out of his nose? Was it the guy serving the scone?
The one who was on the bike who ordered the scone.
Yeah, but what
it
was
came
it?
out of his nose.
Yeah, what was it? Came out of his nose.
Right, so he goes home and he thinks, I've got to sort this out because it's not good and that. So he
But
sat.
what? No, it was out of his nose. So you mean it poked out of his nose? It didn't come out.
It just said hello and then it...
It was like the maggot in the head.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
just
it just-
popped his head out, had a look around, and went back in.
Why
Like,
did the bloke drop the tea and run?
well, it's weird, isn't it?
All right, so he goes home.
He goes
Yeah.
home and he goes, oh, God, So he sits in front of the mirror and he's sat there waiting. This thing comes out again, sort of looks round, goes back in again. So he goes, oh.
No scones.
Right.
No, it's
So he goes, I've got to sort this out. He goes to the doctor's, says to the doctor, I've got something up my nose. It just keeps coming out and having a look round, going back in.
Didn't say that.
The doctor's like, oh, I haven't heard of that before. Right.
Didn't say that.
So sat there. He does it again. The doctor looks, frightened again.
Runs away?
Yeah.
Well,
he's got a look of frightenness on his face.
He had a look of medical frightenness.
Yeah.
He dropped his stethoscope and legged it.
No, he said, I know what it was. So what? So you got a leech up your nose. He had a leech about that long.
What's radio?
Well, how long's that?
4 inches.
4 inches coming out of his nose. Next time it stuck its head out, he grabbed it, pulled it out. That's horrible, though, isn't it?
U2, the sweetest thing on XFM. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
So, we're with Karl in the week. So, what can we do this week? I was saying, well, don't do Rockbusters. That's dead in the water. I hope the listening public agree with me. He's going, well, why don't I teach stuff again? Remember what I taught you last week? I went, no, no idea. Were you joking? I went, no. And he went, Ivan the Terrible goes like a fella's eyes.
Yeah.
He actually said Ivan the Terrible at the time.
Yeah.
So
I can't remember. This was a man who had built something for Ivan the Terrible, and then
but his idea of education is telling someone something that knows more about the subject than him, so they can correct him when he's telling them it. And so I said, well, I don't know. And he gets annoyed that me and you are dubious against monkeys who perform bank robberies. And he goes, but you believe in Newton.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the difference. I was trying to explain the laws of the universe, right? He was going, what do we do? And so all I come up with, I thought somewhat interesting. When you tell a child maths, you say you've got 3 potatoes and you've got 4 potatoes. I have to do that with science to Karl.
Yeah.
So I ended up saying, imagine you're in a shopping trolley with loads of house bricks. If you throw the house bricks out, you'll go the other way. He loved that.
Right.
Didn't you?
Because I didn't know that would happen. And it's sort of useful to know. It sort of explained a bit to me and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why I like doing stuff every week. I think listeners go away going, well, I didn't know that. Do you know what I mean? Karl told me something there.
They forget it instantly, just like we do. We're friends of yours and we forget it instantly.
No, the annoying thing with you is, Steve, not so much, Ricky, at least he'll listen now and again, you'll just dismiss stuff straight away. I told you loads of stuff yesterday, But Karl, what you consider education... hang on, what you consider education, I consider tittle-tattle. Well...
It's not education. Do you know what I mean? You seem to think it's education. It's just kind of gossip, stories you've sort of half read.
Right, all right. Example of yesterday. Goldfish have longer memories than people think they do.
Yeah.
You said no, it's rubbish.
No, we didn't. We said, where'd you get that from? We said, oh, really?
From?
Yeah.
There's not enough information there for it to be educational. Because
it's also relative.
I don't know.
Because that as a statement, it has no objectivity. Goldfish's memories are longer than some people think. That isn't a fact.
Exactly.
Because we don't know how long do people think a goldfish's memory is. Do you see what that isn't a fact? Whereas Newton's laws of physics and the universe are.
Right. Yeah, but it was just a little thing. And I taught you more than that. I said about there's loads of Chinese people, if you put them in a line, you can't get to the end of it.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
There's loads of Chinese people.
We know that, but what? If we put them in a line, we can't get to the end of it?
We just say there's about 1 billion Chinese people in the world.
But what really annoys me is, right, I read something on the internet the other day, because I'm always trying to learn stuff.
Yeah, no, you are. I know you are.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're having a go at me because you're saying, well, what does that mean? Yeah, there was a report on, I think it was Ananova or BBC News website. It said, the world may end in 32 million years. Right, first of all, it says may, it doesn't say it will. And 32 million, who's going to argue with that? And yet they're allowed to put that on a website. You're not having a go at them.
No, but
you didn't read on.
There's more information.
That wasn't meant to be a news flash to worry people. That was like, oh, scientists have discovered that possibility. That was just like.
Yeah, but again, possibility.
No, but Karl,
yeah, but
there's other paragraphs that you haven't read. You see, that'll have to give explanations as to why they think that might happen. So therefore, it becomes a news item. It becomes educational. It's not just the headline, the bullet point. The headline's just supposed to draw you into the story so you read on. That's not all the information.
But then I was trying to come up with things to excite you, and I realised that I was opening a can of worms. I was trying to come up with facts for him. He was going, give me facts. So I said, oh, okay, why can't an owl, why does an owl have to turn its sort of head 180 degrees? And I said, it's because the eyes are so large, that's a huge focal point for its sight, that they can't move within the skull, right? And he went, well, why'd they do that? Why didn't they just do it, give them normal eyes and then not have to turn their head? I went, what do you mean? Why didn't they? He went, well, whoever did that. I went, well, it was evolution. It was, he went, it's like giraffes. I read the giraffes grew their necks to eat food. So they didn't grow their necks to get the food. The ones that had upshots lived longer and so got the food and passed on their... He went, yeah, but why didn't they just give them wings? I went, why didn't who just give them wings? He got angry and went, whoever gave them the necks! his understanding of evolution made me fall on the floor.
Who do you imagine is they? Because you don't believe in God, do you? So who is it you imagine is they?
Well, whoever made us sorted us out.
Who?
I don't know, it just happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Carl, listen,
there's no will to evolution. It's natural selection,
I
isn't
still
it?
don't get it, though. We talked about an hour, didn't we?
I know.
Yeah, but to be
don't
fair,
get it.
I watched as Ricky tried to give you actually what was quite a concise and educated version of evolution. He tried to explain it to you, and I have never seen a person lose interest quicker.
But I tried to use actual fact, then I tried to use metaphor and analogy, then I showed you some computer programs to show what biofeedback is and everything. I tried all these things, and Steve's right. You were looking out the window.
Have you ever spoken, Carl, to someone who's got Alzheimer's disease? And you try to explain who you are, and they're listening, and then that's what you're like. It's extraordinary. But listen, seriously, I went home, I found this book, I found a couple of facts which I think are more up your street. Evolution, a little bit complicated, a little bit big. But this one, I think we may have mentioned it before, I think you'll like this. This is from a book of facts and trivia. The Egyptians trained baboons to wait on tables. That's interesting to you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you got any more there?
I'll see if I can find
Oh, he's interested.
Yeah.
Can get the staff.
That did happen,
You pay peanuts,
definitely happened,
you get
yeah.
monkeys.
And then what did they go off and do after that?
Well, it doesn't say. So
I
this is
love
it.
the fact that he thinks, right, okay, so in his mind, it's now the monkey going, it's 5:30, I'm off, you know I was going early today, and they go off maybe dancing or something, or they come in late.
No, I assumed what you meant there is that was their first career move. And
Yeah,
then they
well,
went
they-
on. It's like
Yeah.
actors waiting to be discovered.
Play a record.
Just one more before you play a record.
Go on, then.
You'll like this. Peter the Great. You ever heard of Peter the Great?
No.
Okay, well anyway, Peter the Great had his wife's lover executed.
You'll love this, Carl.
Right, so his wife had a lover, he had him executed, and he put his head into a jar of alcohol, and his wife had to keep it in her bedroom. Do you understand? That's every time every morning she'd wake up, and there was her lover's head in a jar.
Who took his head off? He took his own head off.
Play a record.
Play a record.
She had a lover, and never mind. Never mind.
It couldn't be any more concise.
Mad World on XFM. We just had a text, Rick, from Andrew Barnes. He says he watched the same documentary, it would appear, as Carl did in the week. And he says here, just to clarify, the leech nose man got it up there when drinking from a muddy stream. And he goes on, one can only imagine the frightenedness he experienced.
Carl. Explain to him once more what happened with Peter the Great.
All right, so we've got Peter the Great,
Yeah.
okay, and his wife had a lover.
That's
on the
another
side.
man.
Another man.
Not Peter the Great.
She was having an affair with someone else.
Right.
And Peter the Great, he found out about that. Okay.
Yeah.
So he sliced off this bloke's head. He killed him. He executed him.
Right.
Were you with me so far?
The fella who
Oh,
she
Jesus.
she was seeing for a bit.
Yeah, there's only two fellas involved.
There's two
here,
people
though.
involved. One's Peter the Great, the other one's
Right,
not.
right.
The guy that's not Peter the Great,
Derek the Terrible.
Derek the Rubbish,
Yeah.
right? He's having an affair with Peter the Great's missus. So Peter the Great slices off his head, puts it inside a jar of alcohol to preserve it, and puts it in his wife's bedroom. So every morning she wakes up, she sees her dead lover's head.
You'd have thought he wouldn't have wanted to remember, wouldn't you?
Oh.
Best bury the head so she don't remember.
Well, it was a reminder so as not to put it about.
And did it work?
Oh, I don't know.
I love that. Again, that to me is an amazing thing to do. And you go, did it work? I mean, you've got quite an interesting mind, actually. I mean, you are, in some ways, really, really bright and intelligent. I love the way you think. You're one of the cleverest blokes in some ways that I know.
No, it says I've got common sense.
Well,
Yeah.
And that's more important than knowing about,
But it's what it's like you follow the subplot, which is quite an interesting thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like you tell you a story, you'll always pick up on something that I didn't even think was an important bit, It's like you're looking out of the window all the time.
So what's important about that head thing?
What do you mean?
The head in a jar.
It's a grotesque thing to do. It shows ego, power, cruelty, and revenge.
Although I think it probably did work because he is called Peter the Great.
Yeah.
So you'd assume he got it right.
Yeah.
I don't see how you can query that. That's the sort of facts you give us. You see now, you're on the other side of the fence, and you've got questions just like we've always got questions.
No, but in Carl's thing, it would have been, turns out, some weird happened, right? And he was still alive.
Yeah.
And so she was still having sex with body. And his head was watching.
Yeah.
And Peter the Great didn't even know. On XFM 104.9. Right, Carl. This is where he shines. This is what Carl gets Mondays off for.
Yeah.
Okay, Carl, what is it? You want to explain this?
It's the bit when I'm in a film and sort of edit me into it, so I'm like an actor in a major film.
Yeah.
We've done Kes, we've done One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Shining, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This week, it's A Few Good Men.
Brilliant film.
With Jack Nicholson and that.
Yeah.
So you listen to this, and we give the question later on, probably.
Let's give it after this.
All right.
Yeah, we'll give it after we've heard the clip.
I haven't really got one sorted, but I'll think of one whilst it's on. So have a listen to this, take everything in, and then the question at the end. So it's a scene where it's the court case.
Yeah.
All right? All right.
All rise. Call your witness.
Yeah, he's just coming now. All right, Jack.
Colonel.
What?
I'd appreciate if he would address me as Colonel or Sir. I believe I've earned it.
Defense counsel will address the witness as Colonel or Sir.
All right. All right, Colonel. Bit smart today with all the army stuff on.
You ever served in an infantry unit, son?
Nah. Brother did. He was in the army. Got kicked out though, because he went for a packet of fags in a tank. Weird that, innit?
No, it's not. It's tragic.
I wouldn't say it's tragic. I'll show you something tragic. I always carry this book around with me. I always show it to people. It's got like the top 50 weird people in the world in it, right? It's all sorts of weird stuff in it. Look at this one here. It's a fella, right? He's got 2 heads. And the weird thing is, right, is the top 50 weird people in the world. He's at number 50, he's got 2 heads. Right? Makes you wonder what's going to be at number 1, doesn't it?
Are these really the questions that I was called here to answer?
No, but look at it. Imagine if you were his mate. You wouldn't get a word in edgeways, would you? If
And
you
maybe he didn't have any friends.
Probably right, they say, don't they? They say 2's company, 3's a crowd. So,
Please tell me that you have something more, Lieutenant.
yeah, I got loads more. For this fella at number 36, look at him. 3 legs. Little fella with 3 legs, right? Guess what his job is?
My answer is I don't have the first damn clue.
Well, I'll tell you. He's a juggler.
I beg your pardon?
He's a juggler.
This is ridiculous.
I know it's ridiculous. You're probably thinking what I'm thinking. Why wasn't he a footballer? Be great at keepy uppies and that. Wouldn't he?
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
It's just that I'd like to know the truth. Because,
You can't handle the truth.
Gentlemen.
well, I've paid for the book, so I think I'm entitled to know why
I
you
don't
did.
give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
You better get somewhere fast with this, Lieutenant.
What about this one then? This lad here, he's 12 years old. He looks 48. What do you think?
No.
Why not though? You said you didn't want to know any more about the juggler. You didn't say you didn't.
I
want to
know
any
what
more
I
about
said. I don't have to have it read back to me like
All
I'm...
right.
Lieutenant, do you have anything further for this witness?
Well, just wanted to know if you thought Mr. Webfoot at number 42 should have took up swimming, but
Absolutely.
you'd say that now, wouldn't you? Forget it.
Well, I don't know what to say, really. That's Karl Pilkington in the film A Few Good Men with Jack Nicholson, acting alongside Jack, and I have to say, giving him a run for his money.
I think Carl is a really good actor. I genuinely think that. Should we put him in something?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Right, what's the question?
What's his forte, do you think?
Just sort of playing that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Deep stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we can sort that out.
Think of a question there out of that little lot.
You've not got one?
well, I've got it was at number 36, whatever it was. What was it?
Don't know. Let's.
It was number 50. It was at number 50.
Yeah, all right then.
Okay.
Yeah, who's number? What? Yeah.
Well, yeah, what was odd about the guy who was at number 50 in the 50 weirdest people list?
And just text in 83 XFM and put your address on there as well and that.
What prizes are there, Carl?
Loads of stuff.
Yeah, let me just have a quick look. Oh, that's actually not bad. There's Lord of the Rings on there. Michael Palin's Around the World in 80 Days. If you've not had a chance to see that yet, it's been repeated about 80 times. Look Around You, which is an excellent show. That's
it's
funny.
brilliant.
I've seen that. There's some other good stuff. That's not too bad. And also the relatively poor stand-up DVD, Ricky Gervais's live Animals show, which is mediocre.
Can't give him away.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can win all those prizes if you can answer which question again?
Who was the fella who was at number 50 in my book? What was up with him?
Excellent.
All right, so let's got to play
Thorns.
some Thorns. Yeah?
It's the most beautiful track. I can't get enough of this. You'll love it. You'll love this. Carl, come on, what's the matter with you?
Oh,
Thorns.
that's
No Blue Sky. Beautiful, isn't it? And that great track.
it's all right. Yeah.
Just had an email, yeah. That woman who opened the Office script could have her head cut off, apparently. When a letter is posted, it becomes the property of the Queen until it reaches the person it was meant for. By opening it, she's committed treason and could be killed. I don't know if you're familiar with this story, Carl, are you?
Go on.
Apparently, some copies of the Office Christmas specials, scripts, got sent to the wrong address, some woman, and I don't know what you do in that situation. Normally, if I get mail that's not addressed to me, I just give it to the postman or put it back in the postbox.
Radio 1 tried to speak to her, but apparently she's got a gagging order, which makes us think that she sold it to the Sunday. So we'll read it. We'll read the plot of The Office tomorrow in the Sunday papers, which ruin it for some people.
Ruin it for a lot of people, yeah.
But the other thing is, I mean, if it was sent to her, obviously her name wasn't on it.
Oh.
If that's true, in which case, I think that's quite a serious offence, isn't it?
I would hope so. I mean, I would hope that, if I sent something in an envelope, it was...
But the BBC, the BBC thinks that because the person they said it was meant to be sent to got his, he thinks maybe that's an excuse. Maybe someone gave her the script and said, don't say it came from me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe she's protected someone, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that is
well,
the case...
either way, don't sell it to a newspaper.
Well, It's just the kind of mercenary nature of it that I loathe. You know, it's the fact that it's only just now makes me wonder if she had it there lying around in her house and someone said to her, well, why don't you go to the papers?
Yeah.
Try and flog it.
But I just don't think I don't think she's going to get a lot for it, because people are going to see it soon. It's not like it's the Hitler Diaries.
Well, they're not very well written.
But I mean, I don't know.
I tell you what I'm frustrated by is just the fact that it's like we've worked hard to give people some kind of pleasure for this Christmas, you know, because a lot of people are very depressed, Rick, very low at this time of year. They've not got what they wanted. But we're trying to cheer them up, give them a bit of happiness.
Yeah, but I think she'll be happy if she gets a lot of money.
True.
I don't know. I think it's just tacky, really.
It's like, well, I just say, if you're a fan of the show and you don't want to know what happens, then don't read the Sundays tomorrow, or at least avoid it when it says we tell you what happened.
The papers might not ruin it. The papers might go, we've got them, but we're not going to ruin it for people.
Well,
That'd be a nice gesture.
Ideal.
But I don't know.
All I can say is it's a good job that I send out the prizes. Because that Michael Palin Around the World in 80 Days will be going to the person who won it.
Yeah.
And if someone else receives it, they better not try and, do you know what I mean, keep it. It should go to the winner.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That is a very good point.
So,
be warned.
Don't open things that weren't addressed to you.
Yeah.
I did
Pandora's
that time,
box. There's some sort of lesson there.
Yeah.
What happened? All the evils of the world, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, don't try to explain
brilliant.
it to Carl.
No, Pandora's box.
Go on.
Well, told not to open it, opened it, released all the evils that are in the world now.
But did the person say if you open it, loads of evil will come out?
It's not true. It's not true. It didn't really happen. It's not like evolution. It's not the truth.
But you remember that? Yeah. Speaking of headlines.
Oh, here we
what's going
go.
on in the
Okay,
world?
look. Yeah, imagine if Pilkington was on News at 10, okay?
We should just explain, you cannot be bothered to read an entire news story. You get everything you need from a headline, don't you?
Well, I think
it's enough. I think if they did...
Well,
the
let's
news-
see if this is enough. Let's see if
Right,
this,
okay.
if Trevor McDonald just read this on the news at 10, it'd be shorter and you get back to the football, whatever.
Yeah, all the
Here we go. And here is the news at 2:15 with Karl Pilkington. Bong.
Man who walks backwards around lake falls in.
Bong.
Chinese woman eats dirt.
Bong.
Man lives in rubbish dump for 10 years.
Brilliant. Bong.
Czech family says they've got a rabbit with 3 knobs. Right?
Right.
Done.
Sorry. Can you just read a little bit more of the Czech family with 3 knobs?
Just about a family.
Not read it to yourself. Read it out on there.
Just about.
Well, he can't read it to himself. I tell him to read it to himself. We still hear it.
No, he was, because I could see his lips moving.
Go on.
Just this fella who had 3 rabbits.
Right, just think of this is Trevor McDonald.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on, Carl. Okay, oh, here's the news. Right, good, brilliant. Go on.
There's a fella. He's got 3 rabbits and that, and then he checks them out. Right.
Yeah.
2 of the rabbits have got 2 knobs each.
Right.
And he goes, "That's a bit weird, isn't it?"
Sure.
And they throwing them around, sort of chucking, showing them around the family and stuff, saying, "Look at that, that's weird." Picks up the 3rd one. It's got 3.
Yeah.
So they ate the 2 with 2 because they thought they best keep the 3rd one because a little bit lucky in that.
Yeah.
It is lucky. 3 knobs there, yeah.
Now here's the sports news, and that's how it would work.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. Well, read about the Chinese woman who eats dirt. I'm interested in that.
Said. That's it. That is the story, isn't it? What more do you need to know? It's
Well,
just
I want to
saying,
know a little bit more. Can you just embellish it?
78-year-old Chinese woman. She says she's 78. Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
With my theory.
Carl's theory is that Chinese people don't age well, and so those Chinese people that are saying they're 112 are really only 33. That's why he doesn't want to be recognised, because he doesn't want to walk out from here into Chinatown.
Yeah.
It just says she's been eating soil for 70 years. She's ate about 10 tons of the stuff, and it's done her no harm. Kept her grounded.
It's probably all right for you, isn't it? Because it passes through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they say, don't they, if you're having a kid, let it play in soil and that, because...
Well, that's to get it immune, yeah, to get it, yeah. But lots of, like, things with sort of birds and reptiles sometimes swallow soil and stones because it grinds up stuff, breaks down cellulose for them. Doesn't do you any harm.
All right, then.
One more fact from this book for you, Carl. Apparently, officially, the Second World War is not over. It's not actually over because there's never been an official treaty signed between Germany and Russia. So it's still going on. Interesting or not?
Not as good as the monkey one and
the woman who eats dirt.
and the Peter the Great and that.
Sure.
But yeah, it is over, isn't it? Isn't it though? That's what I mean about you annoying me with stuff that you go, oh, that's interesting. I don't think that is interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
There was what was it I learnt?
What was it I learned? Think of that as a question.
Well, we're all trying to figure that out.
Yeah, go on.
Leonardo
DiCaprio?
the painter,
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci, he could write with one hand, draw with the other at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
It's all right.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, if you have an interesting fact for Karl Pilkington that you think he might be intrigued by, email ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
What have we got coming up? What have we got coming up?
More education stuff, some good tunes and that,
Yeah.
and a bit of Outcast.
Yeah. Outcast. Hey Ya on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant. And over there, Karl Pilkington. Now we've got a new feature.
Well, I don't know if it should become a feature every week, Rick. I'm not sure it's got legs for that.
No.
But maybe in the absence of Rockbusters. Basically, I was looking through the pigeonhole, and we got a lot of stuff sent to us, a lot of junk, stuff we don't really want.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, for some reason, they send begging letters, a lot of that. We get sent a lot of CDs by people, bands, artists who have not yet been signed. Maybe they've knocked something together in their bedroom. They got a band. And they just, for some reason, they want our feedback. They want us to sort of give them some thoughts on what they think, where they're going wrong, stuff like that. And I just thought, I was having to clear out, and I thought, why not just Give them a little chance, you know.
Yeah.
Just throw them a bone, Rick.
Honest critique.
Honest critique of some of the artists that sent us stuff.
Okay, go on
These are
then.
bands that have not been, they've not got a record contract.
This is exciting. Okay, name the 3 bands
Well, I'll
first.
tell you, no, we'll go through them individually, and I'll hear a little snatch, and then I'll get your opinions, both from you, Rick. I know you've been in the music business, you've got a good general knowledge of music, and you've got good taste.
big time,
and
big
also
time.
Karl Pilkington's views as well.
Yeah.
We know what to think of them. So this
Go on.
first band is called Kellerton Road. I'm sure they're very excited. As I said their name then, they probably can't believe it. They're phoning each other now. They're getting so excited.
All friends are phoning them now.
Yeah,
Turn your
exactly.
phone off.
They
They
can't
people in
believe
this
they're
band. You don't want to...
Yeah.
Well, okay, then Kellerton Road.
Kellerton Road. Play a track from them. So that's Kellerton Road. I think that's a track called Secretly. And looking on the back here, there's 6 of them in the band. They all pretty much look the same. They've got the long hair, the usual sort of look. What do you make of them, Rick?
All right.
Yeah? Quite like
Yeah,
that?
good, yeah. I mean, bit generic. The chorus was a little bit simplistic, but I like good production, good
Yeah.
good
Reminds you of
musicianship.
something maybe like the Thrills, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, good.
Jukebox or junk box?
What's a junk box?
It's just, I'm just trying to make it sound snappy. Jukebox or junk box?
Don't, because you haven't got it. Don't ever stick to what you're good at.
Okay.
Um,
What, being sexy?
It's just sort of watching Doctor Who and stuff. You like that, don't you?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, then right. What's the next one?
So, well, let's just ask Karl Pilkington's opinion. Karl, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's it, is it?
Yep.
Is that why you're no longer right for the enemy?
Go on.
So what's this next one you've got for us then, Karl?
Toffee.
Toffee.
It's called Born Depressed.
Oh dear.
Brilliant.
Is it about you? There we go,
I
Toffee.
quite like that.
Yeah?
That's sort of a bit glammy, bit underground. Yeah.
What do you make of the name, Toffee?
I don't like the name.
It's not great, is it?
No, but I quite like that track.
Quite like the track. I'm
If
just
that's
looking at the
representative.
CD, they've made it themselves, and basically the band feature on there completely nude.
Oh.
What do you...
Well, we know what we think of that. What do you think of that, Carl?
I'm happy with that. Let's have a look, though.
Have a look there.
That's no point, is it?
There's quite a lot of blokes and there's one naked lady.
Oh, just having a look, though. Just
Yeah.
What are you looking at the blokes? What are you looking at? Why are you looking at the blokes?
let's
Knob.
just having a look.
But you look at their knob. I can see by the way your eyes are
I'm
looking.
looking at the woman's knob, though.
Well, she won't be happy with that.
No, that's a bloke, Karl.
Yeah, that's where you've been going wrong.
Yeah, that's the woman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was looking at. That one, the woman's knob. So that's all right.
yeah, good.
So Rick, hit parade or shit parade?
I don't know if it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a hit yet because I haven't got backup. But I think we're looking more about whether they get
A record deal. Do you think they deserve one?
Yeah, thumbs up for both of them.
Okay, excellent.
Well done.
All right, well done. And Karl, play the last one then. What did you make of it? Sorry, we didn't ask your opinion. We weren't interested.
Like to see him on CD UK. Just like that on the CD cover.
Okay, okay.
And this last act, I think, is this right? Picture Centre?
Yeah.
Picture Centre. Picture Centre.
My favourite.
You like that?
Yeah, that's my favourite out of all of them. Good. There's a bit of Amy Mann in there. A little bit Cocteau Twins.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, really good. I really
stuff.
like. Really good. Really intriguing that.
Karl
Yeah.
Pilkington?
Yeah, it's all right.
If you didn't like it, what would you say?
It's weird though, isn't it? Music. No, do you know what I mean? It's like it depends what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? That's all right if you're just having a game of crib or whatever. It's just on in the background. That's the thing with music. I don't think you can sort of slag any of it off. It's times, and it's depends what mood you're in and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
So this
So
is
it's
a pointless
pointless.
feature. It's a pointless
Points for
feature.
you. We'll do it
Well, I
again
didn't come up with it.
No, I don't. All right, don't slag it off.
then. Okay, we'll do that again then. I was quite enjoying that, but okay.
No, do you understand what I'm saying?
Well,
That it's not worth having an opinion about music.
Well, I'm not that bothered. I'm just saying.
imagine if he was on the panel of Fame and going to be your pop idol.
Yeah.
That'd be great. He'd go along, Nicky Chapman go, yeah, you've really improved. I really like that. I don't like what you're wearing. Dr. Fox, you were hot, baby. I loved it. Like your legs, like all your boobs and all that. Brilliant. Come to Carl. Not bothered. All right.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No, we'll keep it up. You know,
Play a record.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. This is my favourite. Can I change? Well, this is my favourite out of all four of them. Lynyrd Skynyrd. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Slam dunk this puppy. Jet. And roll over DJ on XFM 104.9.
Same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, I'm going round to, Dave's house.
Yeah.
And,
Or
to say,
Droopy,
well,
as you call it.
that's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car. Because he could hardly... he could hardly see. He had to have his
He gets to tilt his head back to keep his eyes
Make
open.
sure! Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook. But this began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
but it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mentioned the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Carl.
Got nonsense.
Adverts.
No. All right. I had so much
the
mash
farmers.
last night. I had so much sausage mash at the second helpings that I had to sit on the edge of a seat so my stomach could hang down. I love spuds. Spuds and bread. I could not do without spuds and bread.
I feel like maybe I could make my own bread. Spuds, I wouldn't know where to start with a spud.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're amazing. You can boil them, you can broil them.
Yeah.
I don't know what broiling is,
Nor do
but
I.
I suspect it's tasty.
I don't think it's as good as... I mean, obviously the chipped potato is...
For the working
everyone's
classes,
favourite.
the chip.
It was always on. The chip fat fryer was always on in my household. The ceiling, the death trap fire, polystyrene ceiling was yellow.
Exactly.
Come Wednesday in our house.
Yeah.
And, always had chips.
Because all I remember hearing, if I think back to my childhood, all I remember was, gotta stop and get some potatoes, or phone your dad, tell him to get some potatoes.
Well, that was your job, wasn't it?
Get the potatoes.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it does concern me
What
because
did you have to do? Did you have to fill a diary out for your
Well, it's
teacher?
when, do you know when you're at school? I don't know if you do the same thing, but you get like a little red book, right? And every night, I think it was a way of the teachers sort of keeping an eye on you. So if you went out robbing, if you wrote it in your diary, they'd go, what you're playing at?
Sure.
Right? So you'd have to write down what you did every night.
Yeah.
But I didn't get up to that much at that point.
Sure.
I used to just go on my errands.
Yeah.
And it was my job to like...
I haven't heard errand since the 70s.
Nice to hear that.
I went to U-Phase, right, the little local supermarket.
Yeah.
And I got...
What's it called? Euthanasia? What? I did...
U-Phase.
New phase.
U-Phase.
U-Phase.
Yeah.
H-U-G-H. U-Phase.
Oh, Hugh
it's
Phase
his
is the
name.
name, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
You
just had to get like a bag of potatoes.
Of course you did, yeah.
And a
Essential.
loaf.
Staple.
So I used to put that in my diary every day, and it got to a point when like even the teachers were like, just make something up.
Yeah.
Stop putting the same thing in.
Sure, start joyriding or something. Live.
I love the fact that he was fascinated by the strangest village in Britain, but the stories he's told us about where he comes from, there's him going around with two fellas with big heads, webbed feet, a little pigeon-chested bloke, him on his grifter with Maggie pecking at him, his dad in a telephone box nicking groceries, and a horse in the house next door. I mean, how strange was his upbringing? And him hanging from his satchel. Unbelievable.
There's another woman who I remembered. Actually, I'll tell you later.
Go on,
Right.
what?
No, I'll tell you later about another woman who I remembered.
Give us a teaser.
It's just a woman who rode around on a three-wheeled bike with her husband in a basket. Right, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Right, and the final
You don't get
clue.
teasers like that on the other radio
That's a hell of a funeral service.
Right, listen.
Right, tell us about this woman.
Well, it was just because you were saying about the, our living.
We are broadcasting now, aren't we? This is actually going out. This is live. This isn't us sort of like...
Yeah, but you were just talking about how I lived in an odd village.
Yeah.
With kids with big heads and all that, right? And what I wanted to do...
What is that again? There's two kids with big heads.
Yeah, they just had sort of big heads and webbed hands and that. They went to my school. And when I spoke to my dad the other day, because I'm going to see my mum and dad tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, have we got any school photographs with the big-headed kids in? And he said, no, nobody bought those sort of school photos because they were in it, so it was always a bit ruined. So I said, well... No, he said sales were, because he obviously talked to other dads and stuff like that, and he just said, no one bought them. But anyway, so...
I would love them.
Yeah.
That's why I'd buy them.
Yeah, but I wouldn't stand out, would I? If it's on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, well...
But anyway, so I was talking about,
When you say they had big heads, what do you mean? Do they look like someone from Doctor Who?
They were just quite big.
But they weren't related?
No.
So why did two blokes with big heads and webbed feet?
I lived in a weird area. There was a chemical plant close by.
I can't believe you've never told us that before. That explains a lot. Not just the freaks in your neighbourhood, but...
No, there was loads of weird stuff going on. There was this, like I said, there was this woman who used to like live in one of the council flats, right? And she had a three-wheeled sort of big, what do you call it?
Three-wheeled son. He was the weirdest bloke we ever knew.
What do you call it? Like a big tricycle, but for an adult rather than one for a kid. It was a big one.
It wasn't a motorbike though. It was a
no. It was a push bike thing.
Right, yeah.
And she used to just sort of ride down the road with a fella sat in the basket
on the back, so it's like legs dangling over, and they'd be going to like the pub and what have you.
Was it a different fella each time, or the same one?
You know, same little sort of bald-headed fella.
So it was in collection for like organs and things. Bring out your ill. And then just people just throw Grandad just in the back and go, right, we get £4 for Grandad.
But she's
Got a lovely pair of testicles on him. They're very low, but they
Bring out your dead or nearly dead.
She used to pick on her husband quite a lot. They'd be in the pub and what have you, and they'd be sat by themselves, but she'd always be sort of, you know, having a go at him, moaning at him, sort of pushing him about and that. So my dad and his mate, right, they went round to their house, knocked on the door, she answered, and he said he was a copper, right? He said, you know, Detective Pilkington, gonna come in and have a word.
So I'm just going to make a note of impersonating a police officer.
Yeah, but for the good, he went in and sort of, now, I've heard,
It's a superhero.
Yeah.
I've heard, you know, you picking on your husband a lot.
Yeah.
We'll be keeping an eye on you. Do it again, and there'll be trouble. And she backed off after that. She
That's
was all
good.
right.
And how was the husband? Was he still in the basket though? Was he allowed to ever sort of like ride up front with her? Or was he just always in the basket?
It just she'd sort of stopped picking on him in public places and stuff.
That's
like
good.
that.
Just
you
did it behind
you
closed
can't
doors.
get done, can you, just for doing that?
I think impersonating a police officer
Well,
is
you
a criminal
probably did.
offence.
There was no gain. I think you can't impersonate a police officer full stop, but I think they'd probably be lenient on him that he was, you know. But let's face it, he's not going to be caught because why would anyone know about it? It's not like his son's going to say it on a radio station, is it? And stitch him right up.
Is this something you did generally? Kind of a little bit of light vigilante work?
Just whatever, him and his mate, just, you know, if they saw something going on, they go, what can we do? What little scam can we do, or whatever.
Oh, that's fantastic. See, Christian's giving away a trip to Salem, Massachusetts.
That's bizarre, actually, because I was in America recently, and I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and that's not a prize.
Isn't it?
Believe me, we were there, we were sort of obliged to go because we were at someone's birthday. It's rubbish.
Really?
I mean, that's a really poor trip. That's such a boring
He probably can't believe his luck. It's probably the biggest thing Christian's ever had to give away.
the great thing about-
and you've just dissed it.
The great thing about Salem, Massachusetts is that
I don't think we're good for this station. I don't think we're selling this station like we should.
well, you know, it's its own fault, you know, it shouldn't have hired us. I blame it, you know.
Yeah, and paid us in advance.
Yeah.
They're lucky we turn up.
No, I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and this is the place that's famous from, like, Salem's Lot and the Salem witch hunts, famously.
Famous for all things Salem.
Salem.
Yeah, anything with Salem in the title,
But
that's what it's famous for.
the whole
Yeah.
place has gone mad over, like, witches and
Yeah.
anything. Basically, it's like, there was the Salem witch hunts in, like, 17 something or other, or
Yeah.
16 something or other. So the whole place now is just full of, like, people dressed as witches.
Yeah.
And then it's, like, any supernatural stuff. So that I went in, and it was amazing. It's quite
Like
expensive.
Glastonbury tent.
It was it's awful. Every single place there, every single shop is kind of horror related.
Yeah.
And I went to the Boris Karloff World of Terror.
Yeah,
Right? It's amazing. You went in there, right? I don't know if Boris, the famous horror actor, has actually been involved, but you go in there, you walk in the door, you've got to put these 3D glasses on, right? And it's supposed to be this kind of chilling journey around this kind of like a sort of a crypt, you know. And you put these glasses on, and I couldn't tell. They were so poor. I couldn't tell what was supposed to be a 3D effect and what was actually three-dimensional.
Really?
So I couldn't tell if, like, the floor was actually sloped or if it was just appeared to be.
Yeah.
Whether the wall was actually kind of knobbly or whether it was.
What changed it?
Just calm down a bit.
Yeah.
So,
The chilled out vibes of PIMP probably helped you.
yeah.
I think we should just say, give massive props to Adam and Joe, who stood in for us.
Oh yeah, stood in for us.
Did a great job.
Yeah, great, really good.
In fact, interesting.
Are
I
they
listened to their show.
going to get their own show here? I think they should.
Yeah, I'll probably get something.
Well, there you go.
Well, it's interesting, as I was listening to them, they had quite a nice selection of features. They had a couple of good competitions and things. Now, I don't know if, having done them for XFM, is it somehow they may be kind of under some kind of XFM copyright? Which would mean, as we've got no ideas, maybe we could just hijack some of theirs. Maybe you could look into that. Obviously not Monday, you're not here, but...
I was with Joe Cornish last night, went to a little do at Jonathan's house, and Joe was there, and he walked in, and I was taken aback by how tall he is.
Sure.
Because I'd forgotten, and he's about 6'4", but he's unlikely to, do you know what I mean by that? It's sort of like some people surprise you. And he was going, you know, I don't consider 6'4", big. I said, well, it is pretty big. I said, but I know what you mean. I walk around with Steve Merchant.
Yeah.
And he went, how tall's Steve? And I 6'7".
Yep.
And Joe went, oh, that's That's nearly a disability, isn't it?
Do you know, he's absolutely right as far as I'm concerned. No, do you know, I genuinely, since school, I used to go to school with a little disabled fella. Lovely guy. No, I swear to God, lovely guy. And I remember he came in when we got in the sixth form, and he'd basically got, I don't know what the ins and outs of it were, but as far as I could tell, he'd got a car for free. A specially converted car.
Yeah.
You know, because he was disabled. And he was driving that around.
Same as Carl. Me. I need this, I need that.
But it seemed to me that I was thinking, well, why can I not get something similar? Because there are some cars I can't fit in. Because I'm too tall. I genuinely cannot drive the smaller cars, the cheaper cars. I'm obliged to buy a more expensive, larger car. Because I can't fit in the tiny
Yeah,
one.
that's like saying you've got to pay more for your shoes because there's more leather, which is true.
Which is absolutely true. It's a nightmare getting shoes.
But fat people have to pay more.
Do you know
for
what? It's a nightmare getting chairs, comfy chairs that I can sit in the home. I sit in a chair for very long and my back's killing me. Now, how is that not a disability? But no, you don't see people like me whinging.
But I think tall people, I read an article that taller people on average, get, higher wages through an advantage, or just because they're taken more seriously than little dumpy fellas.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
But I don't think I genuinely don't think there are many benefits of being really tall. People seem to assume there are. But beyond the fact that I can reach things down from a high shelf.
I know.
I don't think there's any real perks.
I've seen you hit your head a few times.
That's a disability.
I know, I have seen you hit your head a few times, and I think, oh God, that must have hurt. Obviously I'll make sure okay and then laugh.
Of course.
But I know it must be annoying.
Thanks, mate.
No, but I mean, there's one pub in Soho that he has to go down backwards.
Yeah.
He has to lean that, it looks like a limbo dancer.
Yeah, they've almost got to lower me in on routes.
I always find it amusing.
But like, for instance, on an aeroplane, I can't get some of the seats. I can't fit in some of the seats. Not in any way. Not the way that I could.
Because
What are you talking? How is that not a disability?
There's some seats that people can't afford because they're poor. It's not a disability.
That's irrelevant. Don't go on a plane then, because you're poor. But if you can't afford to go on a plane, you can't afford to go on a plane. You should have studied hard at school.
But what annoys me about that is there's
a physical disability I was born with.
There's a weight allowance, so I might not be allowed loads of bags on, but there might be a big fat pig in the queue who's allowed the same chocolate allowance as me.
That's because they've been eating like a bloater. I couldn't stop myself from growing this tall. It wasn't a conscious decision. I didn't think, I'll tell you what, I won't smoke when I'm a teenager. Maybe I'll shoot up. I'll eat healthy. I'll probably add an extra 2 feet. It just kept going.
You do eat too healthy. You eat way too many greens.
But that's not why I grew to this height. It's a genetic thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you'd lived near some sort of pylon or something and just, as I say, smoked from an early age, you wouldn't have been that tall.
Don't think when I was a gangly teenager having the piss taken out of me, I wasn't thinking I wish I'd been born near a pylon. Or Chernobyl.
Could your mum or dad, could they have banded you like they did with little, didn't they do that with someone's feet?
Well, yeah, concubine, yes.
I didn't come out this tall, did I?
No, but
how would they bandage it? They'd have to bandage him round the feet and round the top of the head.
Yeah, I'd be walking around like a mummy.
Yeah, or a bonsai boy.
But people didn't really realise I was going to be this tall until I was 14 or 15. You know, you don't realise when you're an 8-year-old.
How tall were you when you were about like a gangly, so a typical gangly teenager, 15. How tall were you at 15?
I don't know, 6'5" maybe?
And I bet you were like a beanpole, weren't you?
Well, of course.
Yeah. And what sort of glasses did you have? Cool. No, what did you have?
I don't know, a monocle. No, I can't remember.
Didn't you wear a bow tie once?
I wore a bow tie? I thought I was trying to preempt the styles that might be coming round. I think I've been watching a lot of George Formby films. And I thought it can only be a matter of time before the bow tie comes in. I thought it might be quite kind of urbane and debonair.
Yeah.
So what that
was Robin Day at the height of his fame?
I think he might
around this time, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go for that dandy look. I thought that's what the girls would go for.
I know, yeah.
The dandy.
Oh dear.
So
I still want to see you with a pipe and trilby.
Yeah.
I just think you'd look great walking on the street. Yeah.
I genuinely, I really, it does frustrate me that I don't get any allowances for being very tall.
It doesn't count as a disability.
Well, it does count.
No, it doesn't. It's not a disability being 6'7".
But how can you explain, for instance, travelling on a bus or a coach? There's some seats I can't sit in.
The only disadvantage is, people look, I've seen people stare at you, but they stare at me because I've been on the telly. What's that a disability? People being recognised?
Yes, but you could avoid that by not being on the telly. It's your choice. This is my point. It's your choice.
Yeah,
it's the same as the big fat people. It's their choice.
It's a different sort of stare, isn't it? I've been there.
Yeah.
When, the sort of stare that you get and the sort of stare.
Well, obviously sorry, Steve, but I'm gonna, follow up this inquiry. What do you mean, Carl?
No, I'm just saying it's more of a stare of fear than, like with you, they go, oh, it's him.
Yeah, go on.
Whereas with you, it's more like, jeez.
Do you know what frustrates me? I thought he did deserve having a Monday off. I've changed my tune.
Yeah.
I was sometimes you don't realise this, listeners, but sometimes I'm an intermediary. I do step in when he's winding him up, because Karl gets to the point where he's going to explode.
Yeah, and
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Okay, Jerv, that leave
and
him
I
for a little
step
while.
in, and this is the kind of response I get from Karl. This is the kind of back chat I get.
Well, I tell you, he's a little user.
I'll tell you what, because he's too scared of winding you up, because he knows that you'll just walk out of here and he won't get his Monday off.
Absolutely. Play a record, you little oik.
Weasel. You're a weasel. Title track from an album called 1972 by Josh Rouse. Well worth listening to. XFM.
Yeah. Ads. Yeah. Joe Jackson, Different for Girls on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. He's annoying me now, because he's got a day off and he's got 2 hours and he's miserable. He's not even doing anything to the show. It really annoys me.
Well, hang on, wait a minute.
What?
You've forgotten his brilliant film quiz.
Yeah.
He's contributed that.
That he probably did during the week.
Well,
do you know what I mean? What, are you going to change your attitude, Karl, or what? Or should we just, not bother with this show?
Told you.
What?
Don't annoy me and you'll get the best out of me. Yeah?
I told you. I told you. This show is to annoy you. You knew that.
But this is what you're going to get. Do you know what I mean?
But no, you've got to be good and get the day off, or there's no point for any of us.
Right, if you were having an operation, would you annoy the doctor?
What?
He can't concentrate, can he? Don't wind him
The
up.
fact that he's a doctor.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. He's got to press a button and find out what a monkey did in 1932. And he's,
Where's the monkey news?
It's been a bit quiet, hasn't it? I've been...
What, in the
keeping an
last
eye out.
3 months?
Okay, there was something that I found last week about one that was in an old people's home. It escaped from some zoo. It was wandering about. It was enjoying itself, and then when it got to the night time, it was like, oh, what am I going to do? And the first place it came across was this old people's home.
Yeah.
Went in there. I think it was there for about a week and a half without anyone realising.
No,
it did.
No, so the helpers and the nurses and the social workers and the matrons and all that, they thought, well, Mr. Sanders looks a bit hairy. But I mean, that happens, it comes out your ear and your nose when you get to about 70. And he's stooped over, yeah, of course he has. He got bow legs, yeah. And he eats more fruit, of course he does.
Well, that's when they realised.
Why?
Because someone in the kitchen said, hang on a minute, getting through more bananas than we normally get.
Well, do the competition. Do the one thing you've done this week, probably in their time again. You're getting paid for it. You're having Mondays off. And you're not into it, so
that
waste of time.
That film sounds good. It was like this.
Yeah,
Come here. I'm well happy now I've had that.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So that's a bit of a cryptic clue.
Yeah.
Someone eating this woman.
Host. This is bizarre. I used to host a radio show on the BBC World Service, right? Now, if you want someone who's the voice of integrity, the voice of intelligence, the voice of a nation, you're going to come to me. That's obvious. And I was broadcasting now they've got listeners of something like 50, 60 million people around the world. It's mental, the listenership of the World Service. And I used to host this show with someone
It's a big place, Steve.
The World?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And anyway, so I had to be into Bush House where they broadcast from 10 o'clock every Friday morning to broadcast around the world to 50 million people, right? And one week, I just went to the toilet in my house, right? Everyone had left. I got there a bit late. I got up a bit late. Already against me. The clock was already against me. Had to be there at 10 o'clock, broadcast around the world. And we got 2 toilets in our house, downstairs one, right? And the door had already been a bit dodgy. It was one of those doors where you had to give it a bit of a kick as you went in. It was getting a bit tight. I don't know what the wood was expanding or something. I'm in there. And same thing again happens. No toilet paper. I think, oh, God, I'm going to have to somehow kind of make it up.
Why don't you check first?
I normally do, Rick. It's just on certain occasions when I'm bleary-eyed or something, I forget, or occasionally I forget. Normally I do check.
Right.
And you've got to bear in mind that it's not like this is happening every week. This is over the course of many years that these incidents have accumulated. So
You've condensed them.
For the purposes of this anecdote.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. And great. You're just brilliant to keeping the pace up of an anecdote there, Rick. You've just drawn in. I don't know where I am now. Anyway, I know where I am. I'm trapped in a toilet with no toilet paper. That's where I am. And I'm thinking maybe I peel off some of the wallpaper, things like that. But there's nothing I can do. I got to go upstairs. Well, exactly. But I have to go upstairs and find
toilet paper. Was there any?
There wasn't.
There wasn't. Oh.
I'm gonna have to go upstairs and maybe find a notepad or something like that. And so I try the door. Right, the door's wedged. I'm pulling on the door and I can't get the door open. It's just like it won't come open. And it's already. And I knew it was going to come to this at some point. Like this is like the clock's ticking. I'm trying to pull the door open. Trousers around my ankles again. And I'm thinking, well, what I could do is I could open the window, I suppose, and try and climb out. But not really, because I got the trousers around the ankles. And that's
Or if it was raining, just stick your ass out, 2 birds with one stone.
Sadly, it was a beautiful day, Rich.
I call it the World Bee Day.
And so what I'm thinking is, I got my mobile phone in there, luckily, because it's in my pocket. I'm thinking, well, maybe I can phone, I was seriously...
Kleenex.
Maybe I'll phone the fire brigade.
By this point, I need just dried.
No, it hadn't, it was...
Hold on, was that little puppy not around? Because sometimes you can call that, it's got a little bit wrapped round it.
Listen.
Or just use the puppy itself.
There's 50 million people around the world going to need to hear my voice in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
And
where's Steve? He's not locked in the toilet again, is he?
Exactly.
Oh, no.
So I'm thinking about phoning the fire brigade, and I'm thinking, like, if I do that, it's gonna be the first call that goes straight on the speakerphone.
Yeah.
For like the entire fire brigade service everywhere.
With a butch hero carrying you down over his shoulders with your trousers around your ankles.
Exactly.
Can I just not pull him up? No, you've got to be taught a lesson.
Yeah. But I imagine the idea of phoning up and going, hello there, I'm trapped in a room in my house. Oh yeah, which one is it? Oh, I don't need to know.
It's quite small. Is it?
Yeah. It's not the toilet, is it? Because we don't want to come and rescue someone who's trapped in the toilet.
Which service do you require? Paper?
So I think I can't find the fire brigade, the clock's ticking. So then I think one of my housemates is still in the house, but still asleep. So I phone the house number. Right, phone rings and rings and rings for ages. And eventually he answers the phone, right? Gets out of bed, answers the phone, yeah. Hi, it's Steve. All right, what's wrong? I'm
What are you doing?
downstairs.
What are you doing? All right, yeah. I didn't wait, don't know. What are you doing? I'm just in the toilet.
Downstairs in the toilet.
I am, what are you doing? Well, I've finished what have you got any toilet paper?
Any bog roll.
Yeah.
So he had to, kind of scrape together a few bits of paper, and sort of tinfoil or whatever he could find in the house.
A cactus.
Come down
no.
Pass it underneath the door, right? And I said, can you move away from the door because I don't want you to hear me as I'm, wiping the... And so
You
he
didn't say that?
Yeah, well, I didn't want him to, that's embarrassing.
Sorry,
That's embarrassing.
What were you wiping it with? Not tumbleweed. What do you mean? What noise?
I know what you mean.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Right.
So then I say, right, can you smash
Why was he hovering? Why didn't he want to walk away? Will you keep your what was it outside with a glass to his ear?
Yeah. Thankfully there was a window in the door, but it was frosted glass. You could just see my semi-naked body moving around. And so eventually I said to him, look, listen, I'm going to need you to sort of kick the door in. He said, well, I don't want to kick the door in because you're going to have to pay for it, aren't we? I go, yeah, but I got to go to the World Service. Well, yeah. And he was a lovely man. He's the weakest man you've ever come across. It's like if there's one person you don't want to have to throw their body weight against the door, it was him. He's like he'll snap before the door will. So he's smashing against
This
the door.
sounds like a fetish to me, then. He went in there and there you were naked with lots of toilet paper. And you go, oh, you've broken the door down and there I am naked. Again.
Oh, you've rumbled me, Rick. I wish I'd not told that embarrassing story on the radio. Like it wasn't embarrassing enough, you've just got to make it slightly more seedy.
Oh, so did he get it down?
He did it, yeah, and I got to the World Service with minutes to spare.
Oh.
And interestingly, I told that story to 50 million people around the world.
You're joking.
Did they understand?
I think so.
I mean, is that a bit of a problem when you're on the World Service? Like, thinking of things that everyone can understand?
Yes.
Because you can't
It's a bit
just
like
talk
when
about-
talking to you, Carl.
Yeah, exactly, Carl. I think you're on thin ice there, worried about people understanding what you're saying.
No, but you can't talk about stuff that's on the telly and that, because some people say, well, we haven't even got a telly here.
Oh, yeah, you're listening to XFM 104.9.
Yeah.
So let's carry on. Let's continue.
Well, absolutely. Well, obviously, Carl was out with me last night, and he saw that I'm, he knows I'm a ladies' man, and that was obvious. Carl, you could see the vibe around me, couldn't you? When the chicks were talking to me, and just remembered recently, actually, I was on a train coming back from hometown Bristol, and I was on the train, and this girl walks on, good-looking girl. I thought, hey up, a largely empty carriage. I'm thinking, my luck's in, because I take every opportunity, Carl. That's the thing about me, I don't choose. She was a good-looking girl. She sat down. I thought she sat down right near me. I thought, brilliant. As this guy comes up behind her, and says, I think it's probably a boyfriend or something, sits down next to her. And I listened in on the conversation, obviously, because I'm pretending to read. It was very clever. I read the same page for hours. So I was pretending to listen. I was listening, but pretending to read. And I realised that it's not her boyfriend or anything. It's just some guy she's met on the platform. And I'm thinking, brilliant. If she's the kind of girl who's just going to start talking to someone, on a platform, on a train, brilliant. I'm going to be in here. Because he was only going one stop. So I'm thinking, what's the worst that can happen? He'll nick off. I'll get chatting to her. And who knows? I could join the Is there a train equivalent?
Foot High Club.
The Foot High Club, brilliant. And so I'm excited, I'm listening in. And they're talking. It turns out that they're both kind of graduates who've just finished university, or they're coming to their finals or something. And they're chatting away, and he's making a couple of witticisms, and she's kind of tittering at his jokes. I'm thinking, I'll tell you this, if she's laughing at this kind of material, I am going to blow her away, with my kind of anecdotes and wry observations. It was weak stuff. I got to be honest.
Really?
He was coming out with nothing. He was running on empty, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And she was loving it. So I'm thinking, brilliant, I'm going to be right in here. And then they get moving on to higher brow things, and I think she was going to study kind of Marxism or something like that, or communism, something. And she was asking him, by way of conversation, she was asking him what he knew about Marxism, And he was fumbling for his vague knowledge of it that he had in his life. And I'm just sat there thinking, come on, love, in any given capitalist environment, the proletariat will revolt against their oppression by the bourgeoisie, and after a brief period of socialist rule, emerges a classist society governed by community cooperation.
Well, if that sort of talk wouldn't get a woman hot, I don't know what you'd use then.
If Marx and Engels is not going to get a woman sweaty down below, then nothing is. Then my name is
You're
not
just
Steve
biding your time.
Exactly. I'm just going to go in for the kill any minute.
Yeah.
So anyway, it comes to his stop. Right, he gets up. I'm thinking this is a piece of cake, and he gets off, and off he goes. He walks off, and I'm thinking brilliant. And I thought, I'll wait. I'll wait till the train's pulled away. I'm not going to leap in straight away. No. And he comes back along the carriage, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute. He goes, listen, do you mind if I give you my email address?
Oh.
Right, and if you want to get in touch, email me. I'm thinking, come on, you loser, get off now. Save your face, please, before it's too much. And she accepts the email address because she obviously doesn't want to hurt his feelings, whatever. I'm thinking, fair enough. She's a good woman. I'm liking her. I'm loving her. I'm thinking that's my kind of girl. So anyway, he gets off. I'm sat there, the train pulls away. I'm thinking, I'll wait a few minutes, I'll just, give it some time. Her phone rings. It's her friend on the phone. And she starts saying it, and I was listening in, and she was going, just met a guy on the train. I'm thinking, that's true enough. She goes, he was a good-looking guy. I thought, you're having a laugh, love. To be honest. Because I was looking at him, and she said to her friend, he looks a bit like tennis player Boris Becker. I thought, you should be so lucky, frankly, because I saw him. He had awful facial hair, if that's what makes him look like Boris Becker. A terrible little goatee beard. It was laughable. I thought, I don't know. And then she goes to think, and she's like, I met him, we got chatting and stuff, and she was going, it's not often that you meet someone, generally in life, who's, kind of thoughtful and intelligent and funny. I thought to myself, I'm not even going to waste my time with you, love. Frankly, if that's what you thought of him.
You just walked away.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even bother talking to her.
No, I
didn't even waste my time with her.
If she thinks that bloke is not only great looking, but funny and intelligent, and she got on well, and he was polite, and it was a chance meeting, and he thought, and she thought that you were like a freaky looking dork who didn't even have the nerve to speak.
That is what she thinks, then I don't want to know her.
I couldn't. You walked away, and good luck to you.
And I have my dignity intact.
Yes, and she's nothing. Oh look, you're actually a little bit stressed today, aren't you? Because you had to drink last night, didn't you?
I had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
I was down at Steve's night. He was doing a bit of DJ.
Yeah.
Went down the store.
And that's why you're all grumpy.
What? Do you hear what he just said?
What?
I was DJing last night, obviously that XFM evening.
Yeah.
Hour and a half. My friend and I split the time on the decks.
Yeah.
What was the word you just used?
He went down a storm.
We went down a storm. Right, 3 girls, I was walking to the toilets during my set. 3 girls went, you are a genius. Right? What's his name? Dane Bowers?
Why?
Zane Lowe?
Because you played records in a certain order.
Yes. Sorry, Rick, if you can't deal with that. Sorry if you're a little bit jealous, because this time you can't share the award. All right?
Dear.
But it was my credit this time.
You can tell he hasn't been a DJ. Because it's not just about...
It's not just about that.
The songs you play, it's the way you play them.
The way you play them, whether it's 33 or 45, very important.
Yeah, leave your hand on them as they're trying to go round.
But so 3 girls there, charmed by me, they loved it.
Yeah.
Zane Lowe, XFM DJ and MTV presenter, probably one of the coolest blokes alive. He came up, gave us massive respect. He said, I'm loving your set. He actually used those words, right? There were people coming up, they couldn't believe their luck. It was roaring. We'd stick on a track, people would cheer as it came on, right? My particular favourite, Carl, I think you'll agree, my particular triumvirate, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, leading straight into House of Pain, Jump Around, then straight into that current Elvis track that's been re-released, remixed by Junkie XL. I played the original, which I'd already played on XFM before. I'm already there, cutting edge.
Yeah.
Right?
3 old tracks, you mean?
3 old tracks.
In a row?
Yep. And I think the words that would best sum it up are, I kicked ass.
Right.
Rick. All right?
Well, I'm going to be kicking some ass today.
But Rick, I just need to mention something quickly to you. When did I last see you? I saw you yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah.
Because we went up to Edinburgh yesterday. We were very nicely invited to go and talk at the Edinburgh International Television Festival. It was quite a big deal. We went up there and we were interviewed. And Ricky chose to go on the train because it takes like 4 hours. Is it 4.5 hours or something on the train?
Yeah.
But it's quite leisurely. It's quite sort of gentlemanly thing to do.
Yeah.
I opted to go for the plane option and fly up there.
More modern.
Exactly. And they bankrolled that. They paid for it all, and that was all very nice. And as I recall, when I last saw you, we got a cab, didn't we? And you asked if you could get the cab to drop you off at the train station.
Yeah.
And then it took me on to the airport.
Yeah.
Did I? Now that was before. The last time I saw you was before I got to the airport and missed my flight, wasn't it? Because I had to drop you off in the centre of town. Yeah, no, that was just before I had to pay £165 to upgrade to another ticket.
How did you not tell me that in the last hour?
£165, Ricky. I had to pay because we dropped you off at the train station. So, I mean, do you want to go halves on that, or what do you want to? How do you want to deal with that? How do you want to sort that whole mess out?
Why were you late?
Why was I late? Because we dropped you off in the centre of Edinburgh, and do you know how hard it is to get out of Edinburgh in rush hour traffic?
But it was only 3 minutes away, so you'd have missed it anyway.
No, because if we'd gone the other direction, it would have been 20 minutes. It took me like an hour to get to the airport. And I got there, and the plane had already left, and the cabbie was just laughing. He was saying, we're never going to make it. He goes, you were a religious man, you better start praying. I thought he was being facetious. He was absolutely right. £165.
But hold on, why didn't he tell you that when he picked up at 4:15?
It makes you wonder. So obviously I'm a little bit annoyed. Because I'm not a man who likes to sort of spend unnecessarily.
But wait, this is not my fault, because you were there when we made that decision. I didn't impose this on you. We both decided that might be... It's both our fault. I mean, it's no one's fault.
It's both our fault. That's fair. That's all I wanted to hear. It's both our fault. Therefore, it's both our financial obligation.
No.
£165, just split that in half. Write a cheque, Rick. Write a cheque. It's fine. I trust you.
Phone in. I think everyone. This is
You're clearly
obvious.
irresponsible.
No, of course I'm not. If you share a cab and then one person's lucky enough to not be late and one person is unlucky enough, and that's what it is, bad luck. I don't think you share the obligation. But it's a moral dilemma, this, isn't it?
But it's more than that, though, isn't it? Because let's be honest. Even if you had known that I was going to get there late, you'd have wanted me to hang around just so you weren't left around waiting for a train on the road.
No, because I got there...
you get bored sitting there. So you'd have wanted me to at least got in that cab.
I got there way too early. I actually got there I was there about 30 minutes
so
early.
You made it fine then.
Well, exactly. So, I mean, I sacrificed me hanging around for half an hour so you could get it at 4:15. And the other thing is this. You were going to get it at 4:15 anyway.
Yeah, but I would, if I'd gone the other direction and not dropped you off in the centre, I would have been there in time.
Wow, would we? Would we?
Well,
is that
yes.
true? Wow. Only God knows.
Well, and the cabbie. What I mentioned it to. So,
I'll tell you what will cheer you up. I'll tell you what's better than 80 quid. I'll tell you what's better than, shall I?
Go on.
Music.
What, are you paying the whole 165?
Listen.
Yeah. What about, are you a fan of any of the great English operas? Like, The Pirates of Penzance?
Yeah. Gilbert and Sullivan. To me, Gilbert and Sullivan were like probably their day equivalent of like Richard Stilgoe getting together with Tony Slattery. And then 100 years later people go, it's brilliant. It is like, they might as well, I don't know, make any episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Right, yeah.
Into an opera, and in 200 years' time we're going, that's genius.
Yeah.
Listen to this one, look, this is Party Quirks.
And it says, a young mother says her partner has dumped her to become a vampire. Rebecca Roberts from Somerset says Matthew Barrett fell for a blood-worshipping woman in a US cult. The 23-year-old mother says he began shaving all his body hair, dressed in black, and used Rebecca's lipstick to redden his eyes. Rebecca caught him performing weird blood rituals in front of his computer at night, cutting himself to prove commitment. She said, I thought it was just a hobby. Everyone's got a right to one. I was pleased he found an interest.
Brilliant.
This is apparently from The Sun. Apparently he's left. He's gone to America. He's living in this Ohio-based cult. But it's the last bit where she's been asked whether or not, if he came back, would she take him back?
Sure.
And this is where I wonder if the journalist, you know how journalists are supposed to just report the news, be objective.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe the journalist here has maybe had some interference.
Made the quote better for them than go on.
Because it says, I never thought this would take over his life. Now, if he came back, I'd say fangs, but no fangs.
Oh dear!
I can't believe. Imagine you're the woman, Rick.
Okay.
And I've come round.
You're the journalist.
I'm the journalist, and I've come in and I've said, okay, I read about this.
All I have to do is not say that thing.
You've come. I understand you're obviously quite upset. Your husband's gone
gutted.
off. If he came back, would you take him back?
Definitely not.
Right. What would you say to him then if he came
Just
back?
get lost.
Right, but
I'm really pissed off with you.
Would you perhaps say something a bit more pithy?
Not in this situation, no.
You're upset?
He cuts himself, he drinks blood, he's left me. No, sod off. I'm not interested, mate.
Because I tell you what.
Go on.
I mean, I like what you said there, but I wonder if we could condense that a bit more. If he came back, would you say...
Go away.
Would you ever say something like, thanks, but no thanks?
No, because it makes it flippant, because I'm really angry.
I know you're annoyed.
And I'm upset, so I wouldn't say... I certainly wouldn't say thanks. I might say no thanks.
But what if you sort of said it like aggressively, like you were giving him the finger, thanks, but no thanks? Like you didn't really mean
sort
it.
of sarcastically?
Sarcastically, would you possibly say
I
that?
might say thanks, but no thanks, and that'll be it. And that's and I'd leave it there. I'd never change that.
Sure.
I'd never change those words.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Do you like puns?
Hate them.
Right.
I don't like
It's
Countdown.
interesting.
I don't like QI. I don't like any of those posh Cambridge, Oxford types. I hate puns.
If you had to say thanks but no thanks in the form of a pun, what would you maybe say?
I wouldn't. I never would.
Right.
I'd say thanks but no thanks. I would. I mean, I feel embarrassed that I'd even say that because I don't think I would even say thanks but no thanks.
Okay.
But if I did go that far, I'd leave it there.
Sure.
So,
have you ever noticed, as I have,
Go on.
the similarity between the word thanks and fangs?
Not really.
It's very similar.
Not
Thanks,
really.
fangs,
FTH. There's a K.
Fangs very much.
G. It's A and S. Well, the A, the N, and the S, but that's about
Would
it.
you agree it sounds marginally similar?
Yeah.
Is it possible you might one day say fangs but no fangs?
I wouldn't know.
Right. I could put that though, could I?
But don't say I said it.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Fangs, but no fangs.
Yeah. This is the thing. Just, if you ever read an article in The Sun, The Mirror, anything, do not believe it. Really seriously question and query it, because...
If it ends with fangs, no fangs.
If it ends with a pun...
I'll tell you what though, my mum was loving it. Do you know Rockbusters?
I love... Do I know Rockbusters? I love Rockbusters. I think I agree with it.
She was taking part. I mean, she doesn't know a lot of the new bands and that, but she made some up for some older bands and that.
Oh, she did some herself?
She made some herself, sent them in the post.
So are you going to use those today?
She's not quite got the hang of it.
Okay.
So
Unlike her genius son.
Have you got them there? Can we hear what they are?
You keep talking a second then.
I'm quite excited. I mean, if they're even approaching, say, the genius of Wet Knee Houston...
Yeah.
And, there was another one which was something to do with a trench, Carl. What was that?
Oh, that was Dandy Warhols. That was a good one.
Dandy Warhols.
I think that was his finest moment. Yeah.
Incidentally, I've got an email here from someone called Sauda, if that's a he or a she, but let's assume it's a she, just for glam's sake.
Yeah.
She says she saw an old man eating a Twix last week, Carl, so that blows your theory out.
I'm not having it.
Okay. So if you are a bloke, he's calling you a liar, so maybe you want a little rumble later?
In fact, if you are a bloke, he's calling you a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, then. These are ones that my mum's made up.
Brilliant.
Right, just in case you're a new listener, I'll give some initials out and a cryptic clue. And it makes up a band, doesn't it?
Yeah. Or a soloist.
Not so much cryptic as what you're thinking. Go on.
My mum sent this one. This group would be good at doing your hair.
This group would be good at doing your hair.
TP.
Is there a group called the Hairdressers from the 60s?
This group would be good at doing your hair. TP. Is it the something?
The Platters.
The Platters.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, so that's all right.
Nice.
Let's have a look. This group sound like dinosaurs.
Who sound like dinosaurs?
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Yeah, I see what you mean. They're not so much cryptic, are they?
This group.
Don't leave her alone. They're good.
This group likes being by the sand and the sea.
This group likes being
They're the Beach Boys, boys.
Beach Boys.
This band are called the Beatles. The Beatles.
Hang on. We just have
What else you got?
It's funny because one of them that she's done, I'm actually doing today. I thought of in the week.
Right?
So,
Is it the same clue?
It was, yeah.
Wow,
Look,
great minds think alike.
Here's
So
the
this is
last one.
obviously coincidence.
Here's the last one from her. This guy sounds superb.
This guy sounds superb.
The Bachelors.
Glenn Campbell.
That's good. I like that.
I'd say this. I think you should get on to one of the big game organisations, Parker Brothers or whatever, because this has got to be. This could sweep the nation at Christmas. Don't you think this is the perfect Christmas game?
Yeah.
Well, I think this is what's going to make or break the MTV thing.
Right. Some kind of TV version.
Yeah. I'm just thinking into ad breaks, coming up next is this band.
Be careful though, Carl, because, make sure you retain the rights, because I can see this selling abroad. You could just
and I
sort
can
them
see
out,
someone coming along and taking the sort of like the Rockbusters and changing one word and making another game out of it and just using the same format. I don't know. I can't think of something there, but they could change. So
sort of like
they change the word rock to something else and have it.
What could it be? Brick, block?
Yeah, and so you have to, you know what I mean? So be careful.
Blockbusters will never work.
Look at his little face.
So we're doing that later. Got some good prizes.
Okay.
I'm Ricky Gervais, obviously, with me, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington, which is what Heat write about, really. Karl's the main man. Think of Karl a year ago. He was just sitting in that room going, all right, I've done this. XFM. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, it's like a music bed. Brilliant. Comes on the show. We start taking the piss out of him. People start going, oh, who's the idiot you've got in? And we go, it's Karl. And they go, we like him. He's a fool. I go, yes, he's a fool. He's a pet buffoon. And they go, well, let him speak more. Right? And they're going, don't let him talk, XFM, the fat cats. Oh. And I said, I'm a rebel and I do it my way.
Rick, can I ask, did you stick it to the man?
Yeah. And then MTV call up. Heat are writing about him every week. Yeah. He's just been filmed for the BBC.
There's some rumours he might be the new James Bond.
Yeah. He's got, is he in lovely McVitie's original digestives? Are we allowed to, if McVitie's are listening, I love these biscuits.
Yeah.
And he's got the best.
If the Spearmint Rhino strip clubs are listening, I'm a huge fan.
Right? And he's got Rockbusters to come.
Yes,
let's do it.
I should just ask, the few people have asked me this, and there's also an email here from Rich. People are saying they've seen some of the posters and the adverts of advertising the show, plugging the show. Why aren't you on the posters, Karl? And it is your choice, isn't it? We did ask Karl to be involved. But
he is actually. It's like, where's Waldo? He's actually, he's in my trousers.
Karl, you don't like having your photo taken, no? You're not seeking the publicity. No. I reckon you are secretly. I don't believe you.
No, he's right. He's totally right. He's doing it just right. But I think there's a fine line to be drawn that, if you like being in, around radio, you've got and you want your own show, or you enjoy talking and they just happen to be filming you for MTV, that's different. I think what you just avoid is going to silly celebrity bashes, having a picture taken for the sake of it. I mean, I think you're right, but I think you should do the screen test. On a serious note, I think you should do the screen test. Just because it might be fun, and if it's no good, they won't do it. And you can stop any time you want. No one has to keep going on telly.
I just think we're going to lose him.
No,
we won't lose him.
Listen, right? I'll always be part of this.
I'm just worried that you're going to exhaust yourself. You're going to be drained. You're going to have told all your anecdotes on MTV.
He certainly will if you have to help the old fella upstairs with the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, £50 an hour. Oh, that's terrible. Go on.
But I'm what I wanted to do, right? Because I don't want to embarrass myself, right? I don't want to embarrass the woman at MTV when I turn up and she thinks, oh, look at him.
Yeah.
What a waste of film this is going to be. Because it's not cheap. I know that.
It's not film either, but go on.
Well,
it is cheap. It is cheap. They're filming on a DV camera that they can go over. If it's no good, they won't show it to anyone. It'll be great. It's just what they want you. Honestly, I can just see you doing little things, just like popping up, between the records and going, all right, MTV, music television, hear about the airy Chinese kid born, which is weird, isn't it? Because they're not usually airy. And it just goes, MTV. It'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant, Karl. Yeah. If I'll come down with you.
Well, we'll see.
Go on.
We'll think about it, right?
Go on.
So then, I was thinking, imagine going to the doctors and he's saying, yeah, everything's alright, your heart's good and everything, but...
Your heart's good? What, your Larry's, or...?
Yeah, your heart, you're in good form and whatever, yeah. It's good news, I had Gianno in earlier, he's not looking good.
Yeah. I had Fat Waller.
But you're alright, but your hands need to come off.
Right. Blimey. That's bad, I get a second opinion initially.
But I better good news, I've got a nice pair of feet I can sort you out with. Yeah. And he puts them on, and then I was thinking, right, first of all, washing up, what would that be like? But
Steve!
That'd be tricky. Yeah. And then the second thing was, it'd probably ruin the sort of the shape of your jumper.
Because you have to keep putting the feet through there. Yeah.
And then I thought, but I could still cycle in.
Okay.
To work.
You could run in.
Well, that's the thing.
You'd be really fast.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I thought I could still cycle because I could balance, and then I thought, but the only thing is I probably couldn't pull the brakes. Because of the little short things.
Yeah.
And then, like you, I thought, but then again, you're running in half the time. So that's what was going on in last night.
Right.
That's what I was thinking about. Sure.
Did you
How
have
long did this take?
Well, how long does it take to wash up?
Right, because I imagine you just being there for like all night.
Probably 25 minutes.
How long did the little Chinese fella dance for in his pants?
He's always doing it. Last night he was at it for like 10 minutes.
Just, yeah.
And his girlfriend never sits in the same room as him. She's always sat in the bedroom.
She's going, you dance in pants again, I go in next door.
Well, she was in the bedroom. She's always in the bedroom, sat on the floor, on the mobile phone.
Right.
All the time, yeah. It's weird how people's lives are just like, it is like that Groundhog Day thing. It's like, you know, he's jumping about in his underpants. The old woman's sat there reading a book.
Yeah.
And that's what got me thinking about my life.
Do you think she ever
Are
goes...
you sure she's not dead? Every time you look down there, she's just flicking through it. She's just reading this book. The pages never turn. She never seems to finish it. She never moves from her chair.
Are you sure the Chinese
Her
girl's
cats
going...
are dead around her.
I'm going into next door again. That little round-headed
the
fella's
smell.
looking in. He's looking in at me. The bouncer goes, "Don't worry, love, I'll go and beat him up." But he's always
true.
getting ready.
That's true.
They see you staring at him, watching him, going, "I could have feet here," and they get scared. The old woman's dead. Pilkington, Carl, you went to Lanzarote.
Yeah.
People said don't go to Lanzarote. They told you it was Lanzarote. They told you, were they right or wrong?
You were right, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a bit ropey, yeah.
Is it why?
Just, out there. If it wasn't for the volcano they had, it'd been knackered.
That's their big draw, is it?
That's it, basically. That's all they've got going for them.
When you landed, was it really hot? Were you quite excited? You were thinking this is
It
okay?
was warm. It's, you know, we can't complain about the weather. The weather was all right.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's what I went for, but it'd be nice if there just was something else.
Yeah.
What did you do all day then? Did you read your ritual book?
No, I didn't read that. I read that book. Do you know the book that I bought and all the chapters were messed up?
Oh, yeah.
I bought a better version of that.
All right.
And I read that.
Excellent.
And then,
Did it make more sense in order?
yeah, a lot easier to follow.
Yeah.
And then we went and had a look at the volcanoes and that. They've got 36 of them to look at.
How many did you look at before you realised that pretty much, you've seen one volcano, you've seen them all?
Probably about 6 or 7.
Really? And then when you got to the 8th, you thought, now I know what this is going to be, Suzanne. This is going to be like a mountain with a hole in the top.
Yeah.
Really?
But it happened years ago as well. It's like, just keep a couple, fill the rest in, tidy it up.
Fill the rest in!
Yeah, no,
Well,
yeah.
getting some builders.
No, seriously though.
Okay,
They're a
4
death
million
trap.
tons of concrete, please.
They're an absolute death trap.
Yeah, what do you mean fill them in? Do you know what a volcano is?
It's just a hole, isn't it? That's happened.
Well, it's more than the
happened back
hole. It's
in-
more a portal to the magma in the centre of the earth.
Back in 1730 it happened, and they still haven't sorted it out.
Well, when you say it happened, volcanoes were made a lot longer ago
no.
than 1730.
No, but the one that did Lanzarote in.
Right.
Sort it out.
What would you suggest?
Well,
How can
tidy
they
up.
fill it in? It's joined. It's all joined.
No, but what I'm
And
saying is, it was
the
a-
big
it was-
plates of the earth are all joined.
It
All
was
the
a disaster,
magma's
wasn't it?
joined.
With the trade centre thing, that happened. They cleaned it up, sorted it out, they've moved on. That's what I'm saying. Whereas Lanzarote have just gone, leave it. It happened back in 1730.
You misunderstand me. How, in the name of God, can you fill in a volcano? You ignorant twit.
No, but it's not just the holes. They've actually left the lava everywhere. That's what I mean. It's not just the big holes. There's lava everywhere.
But it's molten rock. They can't just pick it up like they're like a carpet.
Put it in the holes. The holes are there ready. Just push it all in.
On this album as well is The Killing of George. Georgie Part 1 and 2, remember? About the gay bloke. Georgie Boy was gay, I guess. His favourite song. Carl's favourite song,
Yeah.
right? And I was going, oh yeah, I remember that, yeah. I said about, and I said, did not intend to take his life. He just pushed it when he gets mugged and killed. Do you know what he said?
Go on.
I was sitting outside, I was singing, he went, well, as I said, they go out too late.
They go out too
Yeah,
late.
he meant gay people go out too late. He went, no, they do. I went, what do you mean? He said, well, they're always out, they go out when people are coming home. He said, if he'd have been in bed by 10, he'd still be alive today.
That's a sobering lesson.
And he went,
Carl.
there's one that works here and he's shattered every Monday.
Oh, if you're gay and you're listening, just be in bed earlier. Go
Yeah.
out when sensible people go out.
Yeah.
You're right, we're not on the continent, Carl, is your point?
If you're gay and you're not in bed by 10, go home.
Yeah.
I don't get it. No, like, again, I spoke to you in the week, and I had much better things, like when I tell you about Brian Blessed climbing Everest. and for some reason it made him, it played havoc with his belly, and he followed through, and he had to clean up.
Shut himself.
Yeah, using ice and snow.
Why are you telling me that Brian Blessed? In what way is telling me that Brian Blessed shit himself once in any way educational?
Because I was saying how he was climbing Everest, right?
Right.
I give it to him. He's an actor and that, but he gave that a go.
Yeah.
Right. It played.
What's the point of that? You'd say, wouldn't you?
You'd say, God, he's you know.
So he's all right. Me doing a boxing match for no reason is rubbish, but him climbing Everest and shitting himself,
yeah, he did that.
is commendable.
Right, and he's only going to go and do it again. He's going to climb it again.
Yeah, but he might not shit himself this time.
Yeah, what's the point in going? Nothing's changed up there.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
You've been.
Well, it has. They've probably cleared it up by now. Like, but it's slip on it.
I can't even
read about Brian Blessed. Is it actually true, or have you libelled someone else?
It was an interview with him in it.
And what did he say? Oh, come on! What did he say?
He said I climbed Everest and I played havoc with me belly. Let's talk about it next week. We've really run out now.
Oh, you're a fool. 104.9.
So, Carl, just take us through the moment where you gave this gift. Firstly,
So you went into Boots, right? You thought, all right, 100 condoms, brilliant. Okay, did you wrap it
I
up?
don't know if it was 100, probably 80.
Right, okay, yeah.
Right.
You don't want to go mad, do you?
Wrap them up.
I'm just resting easy knowing that he's not trying to breed.
Right. No.
Yeah.
So I got her them. I got her Grease on DVD because she's always watching that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So just think of when her mum said, what did Carl get you? Some condoms and grease.
I was going to say, I'm glad he said on DVD.
And, she was surprised anyway, right? Because
Yeah, I bet she was.
no, when she got
she was thinking like jewellery.
no, right?
That showed her. That surprised you, hasn't it? All right.
So hang on, wait a minute.
You thought it was a holiday, didn't you? Yeah, look at your face.
You don't know me at all. So hang on. So did you give these on Christmas Day?
Right, what happened is she got in from work that Saturday, right? And I said, look under the tree.
Knackered. Oh, at least it's Christmas. Yeah. At least I'm going to get a little bit. Yeah,
I said, look, you got some stuff under the tree, right? So
Did you give her a sugar lump?
Right, she was really chuffed with that. But she said she was a bit puzzled because I didn't know we had any wrapping paper, right? So I ended up using wallpaper.
You didn't take it off the wall, though. You had some.
No, it was some left over, right? So she said, why have you used wallpaper? I said, well, I didn't have any paper and you were getting in a bit and I wanted you to have a surprise. So she said, can I have a feel of them? I said, no.
Presents.
You thought, right, I've got the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Christmas Day, I said, no, don't get carried away. It's nothing really good. You know, we said we weren't going to buy each other much. So there you go, open them.
Yeah, go on.
And
Can I just ask, had you received your present from her yet?
yeah.
So what had you received?
What did they have? Had some shoes,
Nice.
right? Getaway game for PlayStation.
Nice.
Which is all right.
I'm just totting up
Just
the
talk
value
about
of
the value
this.
of those,
Go on, yeah.
And just also think about how much fun and pleasure you get from them.
Yeah.
Although, of course, condoms, I can see the
Well,
see the appeal.
Well, okay. So
yeah,
I think
but
I can.
also add to that bit 150 quid for a meal. If you're going to start totting up, 150 quid for a meal. I bought her some shoes, 72 quid.
Yeah, that was after the event, though.
Doesn't matter.
All right, so you received these, dare I say it, thoughtful and nice gifts. You handed over the box of condoms. They were wrapped up. She
Well,
unwrapped them.
yeah.
Go on, take us through it. Walk us through it.
Well, it's not something you play with on Christmas morning.
Oh God! Oh, right.
But when she opened
What
them,
did she
what
say?
her
What did
face
she say?
I wrapped them twice as well, so she thought it was something really good.
Extra
Like,
protection.
Right.
And
So she thought it was something really good.
and then
So the disappointment would be doubled.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
then she just opened it and went, oh yeah, so what's on the telly? And that was
Cool,
that.
ungrateful.
That was
What an ungrateful woman that is.
that. Well, she got stuff.
Fancy not wanting
I told her.
a box of economy condoms from Boots.
I said to her about the thing about, it's all about the surprise and that, innit?
Yeah.
You explained that to her?
Yeah.
What, after she'd unwrapped it?
Yeah.
Thoughtful.
And she was all right about it.
Yeah. She understood.
Rick, you know I suggested to him that he buy his girlfriend a gift. I'm worried I've done more damage to the relationship by suggesting that than if he had just forgotten.
Next time you've got to go shopping for her yourself, Steve.
I think I might do.
You've better go shopping for her yourself.
I'm glad it's all over though. It's mental.
Yeah.
It annoys me. The whole thing annoys me, and she knows that as well.
Yeah.
She should know. What, she still insists on having Christmas once a year?
Well,
Wow. I'm you know.
no, but well, anyway, what did you get?
I can't think what you bring to the relationship, Carl. I don't know what it is she's getting from you in this relationship. It's like she's
I
doing
think
all
we
the
know.
work. Well, yeah.
80 times. Oh God, God! I love it. You're brilliant. I know what she's getting. He's the.
What? No, he's not thoughtful.
No, but he's thoughtful. He's the best he can do with the brain he's got. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He's doing his best. He's absolutely doing his best. There's no.
He's working at the limits of his powers.
Do you know what I mean? Though he's done as well as he can with what he was given.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's admirable.
Yeah.
It's like, I think he's done better than you'd expect. I bet his teachers didn't even think he'd get this far. Do you know what I mean?
What, find a girl?
No, well, yeah, a job, a girl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Clothing himself. He's done really well. What do you think, Carl? You think you've done well?
I think I've done all right compared to some of my mates.
What are they doing now?
Probably not that much. Do you know what I mean? Mrs. Matthews said I wouldn't be an high flyer. I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I have a holiday every year. Got somewhere to live and that.
Yeah. Got a new flat, haven't you?
Yeah, so
where are they then, the condoms? Did she show them to her family and friends?
No,
Take them into work? Look what
I'm
Carl's got me?
surprised she told Ricky, actually. I was a bit disappointed in that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go shouting around.
Well, she was so
what I got.
excited, Carl, clearly. She was just so pleased and proud.
You know, when I went to the BAFTAs with you, and I wasn't really enjoying it, you were
I
like...
can't. He's what?
No,
You
you didn't
are
tell
such
us
an
this.
ungrateful.
There are so many
You're
people.
like a little charity case. You're like, oh,
I had
God.
chicks queuing up
Yeah.
around the block.
You'd
wanting to
usually
come.
have to.
I know, but I
Someone
told
like you
you.
would have to write to Jim or Fix It or has to Ransom to get them to meet us sort of people. And now it's on your doorstep.
I'm amazed that you didn't enjoy it. Why didn't you
God.
enjoy it? You got to walk down the red carpet. You went in. There was George Best, one of your footballing heroes, was there. A load of
was
other
good.
big names. You sat there, prime position. You came backstage with a load of other big names. Hey, you had a lovely bit of
You were
grub.
filming this thing for the DVD you were making. That's you, a cameraman on our DVD. And yet you think, now you look grumpy because you had a couple of pints and I can't believe
So
it.
tell us why you didn't enjoy it, because the ceremony, what didn't you enjoy about that? It was interminable, wasn't it?
Far too long.
Wasn't it awful? So
3
boring.
hours.
I thought you were going to say something.
Really? Sorry.
3 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose for you two, at least, you know, you were going to get something.
Sure.
Yeah.
But with me, it's like... I mean, I've never graduated or anything, so...
Have you not?
I'm trying to think of sort of a situation. Basically, I sat there for 3 hours knowing that I'm not going to get anything out of the night.
Yeah.
Right? Now... no one
Did you?
told
Sorry,
me-
when we invited you and you said yes, did you think you were up for an award?
No. I thought we were going to be sat round tables having a nice bit of food whilst people are going up there winning awards.
Yeah.
But 3 hours of the same thing over and over again. I mean, if a film's 3 hours in the cinema, you go, well, it's long, but, you know, I wonder how it's going to end.
Yeah.
But this was just like the same thing over and over again. Some guy going up, thanks a lot, cheers for the bit of brass. And then going down, sitting down, the same thing over and over again. Honestly, right, I'd say it was one of the worst things I've ever had to do. I enjoyed the night afterwards when we did have a bit of lamb and a nice bit of veg and that. That was all right, and I went home and I was happy, and I got the little freebie bag that you're talking about that we're giving away. Yeah. Which wasn't much good stuff in it.
Oh,
all right.
Christ.
No,
What
Suzanne,
would you have done on that Saturday night?
Suzanne
What
said-
would you have done or the Sunday night rather? What would you have done had you been at home?
I would have stayed in with Suzanne, right, watching telly, having a nice bit of pate on toast or something, cup of tea, watching 24. But instead, I had to buy an expensive suit, so I didn't show you up, right?
Jesus, what are we doing?
Yeah. How much did you spend on your suit?
Well, in total, right, because, you know, the shoes and the suit and the shirt and the tie, it was about 600 quid.
That's the most expensive evening ever.
And that's what I'm saying to you. And the daft thing is, it's dark in there. I don't know why you've got to wear a nice suit.
You can't wear a tracksuit, for goodness sake.
It's dark in there.
No, just the shirt and that. It doesn't make you a better person wearing a suit.
No, doesn't make you a better person. No,
We're not claiming it made you a better person.
No, well, that annoyed me.
Yeah. We should go in a competition. Who's the tastiest cartoon ever?
Well, actually,
I threw
someone
up
did
Cheetara. I threw up Jessica Rabbit.
I've had some people contribute here on the email. We've got someone here, Dom, has emailed us. He's told us that for him, Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, popular choice.
And obviously this is one I've never quite understood. Wilma from the Flintstones. I've actually always felt that Wilma, I don't know, I just thought she was a bit...
No, not Wilma.
Homely.
Betty, surely.
Yeah, Betty.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Wilma, I mean, yeah, Betty, surely, but Wilma? No, I mean, she's quite homely. But Betty, yeah.
Come on, Steve, you wouldn't say no to Wilma.
No, I suppose not.
If it was on,
I'd be worried about Fred if he found out.
I'd hate to do it, you know.
I don't want to do it to Fred, he's a good guy.
He is, isn't he? He's a bit of a chump. Whereas Barney, to be honest, I don't think he deserves Betty.
Do they both work in the quarry? Because, I mean, let's be honest, Fred, not a smart man. I mean, he obviously didn't come out of rock school with anything other than a couple of basic O-levels.
I know, but he's a hard-working, sound sort of guy.
They got a big house, they got like a TV, they got that bird thing.
Yeah. I be honest, if I was Fred, I would be a little bit disappointed that my kid does nothing, whereas Barney's can lift up sort of tall buildings. Sure. Bam, bam. He's a very strong... You know.
I mean, interestingly, Fred loves his job. He's always yabba-dabba doing at the end of the day.
He does
yabba-dabba. He spent the whole day lifting rocks from one place to another.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't take that from that cat, though.
I would.
If a cat picked me up by the scruff neck and put me out, right, on the doorstep, I'd go mental. I'd get rid of it. It is a saber-toothed tiger, though, Carl, so it could rip him to shreds. It's not like a normal domestic cat you have nowadays.
You know when they go to the drive-in at the beginning?
Yeah.
And they order maybe some ribs.
Yeah, that
huge rib, and it tips the car over.
Yeah.
Was that her first day on the job? Because I've never been ordered before.
Yeah, either it's that,
she'd have realised.
Yeah, we're out of pig. We've got Brontosaurus rib.
Exactly.
He goes, won't that knock the car over?
No, it won't.
I don't know.
Rick, can I tell you now? That was an accident waiting to happen.
It was really, wasn't it? Yeah.
And it did.
Oh, dear. Mind you, I went to Texas once, and I had some ribs, and it was like the Flintstones. It was huge. And not only did it look too much like an animal that I couldn't actually eat it, I don't know who could eat it. I mean, seriously, it was 2 foot long.
Yeah.
And all the it was like half a rib cage. And
It's incredible.
See, Christian's giving away a trip to Salem, Massachusetts.
That's bizarre, actually, because I was in America recently, and I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and that's not a prize.
Isn't it?
Believe me, we were there, we were sort of obliged to go because we were at someone's birthday. It's rubbish.
Really?
I mean, that's a really poor trip. That's such a boring
He probably can't believe his luck. It's probably the biggest thing Christian's ever had to give away.
The great thing about,
and you've just dissed it.
The great thing about Salem, Massachusetts is that
I don't think we're good for this station. I don't think we're selling this station like we should.
Well, you know, it's its own fault, you know, it shouldn't have hired us. I blame it, you know.
Yeah, and paid us in advance.
Yeah.
They're lucky we turn up.
No, I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and this is the place that's famous from, like, Salem's Lot and the Salem witch hunts, famous.
Famous for all things Salem.
Salem.
Yeah, anything with Salem in the title, that's what it's famous for.
The whole place has gone mad over, like, witches and anything. Basically, it's like, there was the Salem witch hunts in, like, 17-something or other, or 16-something or other. So the whole place now is just full of, like, people dressed as witches.
Yeah.
And then it's, like, any supernatural stuff. So that I went in, and it was amazing. It's quite
like
expensive.
Glastonbury tent.
It was, it's awful. Every single place there, every single shop is kind of horror related.
Yeah.
And I went to the Boris Karloff World of Terror.
Yeah.
Right? It's amazing. You went in there, right? I don't know if Boris, the famous horror actor, has actually been involved, but you go in there, you walk in the door, you've got to put these 3D glasses on, right? And it's supposed to be this kind of chilling journey around this kind of like a sort of a crypt, you know. And you put these glasses on, and I couldn't tell. They were so poor, I couldn't tell what was supposed to be a 3D effect and what was actually three-dimensional.
Really?
So I couldn't tell if, like, the floor was actually sloped or if it was just appeared to be.
Yeah.
Whether the wall was actually kind of knobbly or whether it was 3D glasses. It was so much, and it literally took about 45 seconds to get through it.
Imagine
and he just
that.
came out blinking into the light again. It was
so
rubbish.
So I want to throw us over to Carl. So there's Steve Merchant with funny glasses on in this place horror, and he's walking round. Do you think he scared people, Carl? I've set this question up, haven't I? I've loaded the question.
I know the answer you're fishing for. Carl, do you just want to have a dig at me? Because it's coming up to 2:00, and you've not really put a lot of effort in today, slagging me off.
I don't do it on purpose.
No, he doesn't do it on purpose. He's just an honest northerner, and he can't lie. He's like George Washington, but without the wooden teeth.
Yeah. Salem. I didn't mean
We've
to say...
lost it again, haven't we? You didn't mean to say
I
Salem.
didn't mean to say Salem.
This is such bad
That was
radio.
just
This
the
is
word that was at
really.
the tip of my
I mean,
tongue.
genuinely, this is bad radio.
awful
isn't it?
radio.
Quick. Oh yeah, my mate went to one of those things in the West End where you walk around and it's aliens and they jump out at you.
Right.
Right. And he was so scared when the alien jumped out at him and he ripped a bit of his face off. And
What, the
bloke-
alien's face off?
Yeah, it was foam, and the bloke went, "Don't do that, mate."
Brilliant. Well, in the Salem one, I was wandering around, and this was one guy that kept jumping out.
Yeah.
Because there was about 10 of us, I was at the back. I always missed him jumping out. So when I got round, I missed all the frights. It was
Oh
ludicrous.
no!
You'd at least you'd have thought he'd like jump out, then double round and jump out again. For
Yeah,
the people at the end of the
everyone
queue.
about catch that? No. Stuff to
dear,
do,
what's going on?
stuff to talk about, and that.
What's been going on?
Before you came in, you saw it, didn't you? That experiment I was doing with the...
An experiment?
Yeah.
Well, all I know is as I walked in the building and I passed the little kitchen area, you were hitting Karl on the head with a tin tray.
Didn't it make a good noise?
It was a great noise, but I'm interested. Explain more about the experiment.
Well, I wanted to see how hard I could hit him and make it resonate, right, before I either caved his skull in, or,
Right.
you know what I mean? So, you had to hold it quite loose,
Okay.
so it could, like, vibrate, but you had to grip it hard enough to give it a good whack.
Right.
And his head's brilliant for hitting stuff on.
Is it?
It is perfect. 'Cause
Karl,
it's like...
could we recreate that moment a bit later on the radio?
You'll notice that you've been on for 15 minutes, haven't said a word. So it's had a bit of an effect on me. Still a little bit shaken.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, do it again later.
We were talking about your head a little bit earlier, weren't we?
It's not going to mean that you're sort of a bit, fuzzy thinking, is it?
That'll be alright.
Yeah.
So,
good. Can we
I said-
recreate that later, maybe
I
towards the end of the show? Just hit you on the head with various objects, see which make the best sound?
I haven't seen it.
What was it? It's Scorsese, isn't it?
It's Martin Scorsese, and I've bought the film actually recently because I was intrigued to see it, but I've not actually watched it. But from what I understand, the reason that it was so outrageous is because it has a whole sequence which shows what it would be like if Jesus had lived his life and not martyred himself on the cross, but lived his life as a human being, part of which is him having sex. And so I think that was chiefly what the outrage was, that it was showing this godly man to be, as human as he was supposedly, because he's supposed to be human as well. So so that's the reason. That was the reason that there was complaints there. I don't know. I haven't seen the film. I
Well,
can't say.
you see him, do you?
You see him having sex, I think, yes.
Although it is an actor, Karl.
Yeah, it's not
let's
actually
point out.
Jesus Christ.
It's not the real. It's not the real Robert Powell.
No.
It's an actor playing Robert Powell.
It's that, you see, sex on films and all that, right? When I was growing up,
Here we
I'd
go.
be watching... No, I'm just saying an example of this, really,
Go on.
right? When I was growing up as a kid and I'd be, watching films with my dad, right? He'd really be enjoying a film,
Yeah.
right? And then a sex scene would happen.
Right.
And he'd go...
On film.
in
Or
the
just
film.
behind you.
In the film, a sex scene would happen.
Your brother up to his old tricks again.
And he'd get up and go make a cup of tea, right?
Right.
Typhoon that he'd stolen from some sort of telephone box.
And like even recently, he thinks it ruins a film. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no need for it to happen, is there? Really?
Yes.
Why?
Sometimes it's warranted. If the film itself is
Yeah, no,
fundamentally
some
about...
films it isn't though. Some films it
Of
isn't.
course, some films it's arbitrary.
I think the films that him and his dad watched together on Channel 5.
Yeah.
Probably not. Is it only on Channel 5
but
in
do
your
you know-
house?
But let's put it, if you're watching, I don't know, a late night, Friday night,
From
erotic thriller.
1983.
Yeah, illegal briefs. A beautiful lawyer has to defend a man who may be a killer. She falls in love with him, but does she know the real man?
Oh dear.
You know what I mean, though.
Lest you forget, of course, that I...
Love Heat. With the bloke that is now in... Go on.
of course, that I, according to the Internet Movie Database, I once appeared in one of those films, in the film Killer Image, a Canadian film, I believe, from 1989. According to that computer...
It's all wrong,
website.
isn't it?
It's all wrong.
It's all
completely
wrong.
Of course it is, yeah. Apparently, I was in that, and I played the role of Kirk.
Was it a porn thing?
No, I think it's just an erotic thriller.
Oh, right.
That I supposedly...
You only
was
had a
in.
very small part, though, didn't you?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't need to go that far. Say like in this Jesus program, right?
Film.
What's it called?
The Last Temptation of
You're
Christ.
just like talking. You know what? What's his name? Is it Ralph in The Simpsons?
Yes.
I drawed a kitty cat. It's like talking to that.
Yeah.
No, but right, this temptation thing, right?
Do you know, often we don't get that many complaints on this show. We don't get very many complaints. And I think that's either because there's no listeners, or B, it's because most people agree with Karl. And that terrifies me.
Or they let him off, because it's like, you can plead insanity, you can go mental and kill a few people, where they go, oh, he's a bit backwards.
No, but was it because, like, they're saying that he was having it away? Or is it because you saw it? What got the complaints?
The complaint was the very suggestion.
It was a blasphemous thing, not the fact that you saw an actor's knob.
So what about if they just cut it down a bit and you like saw the little stable door closing?
It wasn't the baby Jesus having sex. It was the grown man.
The stable door shutting.
No, but do you know what
the
they do?
nativity scene.
Oh, that is brilliant.
The wise men saying, I can't believe we brought myrrh, we should have brought condoms.
No, yeah. There's 2 for 1 offering, Boots.
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking. With frankincense.
It's always awful.
Should we apologise now to the Christian church as well?
So
Sorry, the little Chinese fellas, little Welsh fellas, and the little Christian fellas.
We haven't said anything wrong.
No.
It's like, you see, when I was growing up...
Stable door. I love the idea that in Karl's world, he was born in a stable, just thought, well, I love this place.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay here the rest of my days.
This is good here. Oh, brilliant.
But when I was watching telly with my mum and dad, I mean, it still happens now, right? My dad will sort of go, oh, ruined. Good film ruined, right?
Yeah.
If some sex scene happens.
But why doesn't he
But
just
what are we
ignore
talking
it?
about sex scene? Are we talking about a kissing, or are we talking about penetration and looking at the camera? Going,
just-
are you enjoying this, Pilkingtons? What are we talking about? What is sort of extreme levels we talking about?
Right, last time I was down there, right?
Yeah.
What was it? Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black is a terrible film.
Yeah.
Right? There was good film, and then you know it's going to happen because like the music comes in. Brad Pitt's keeping quiet. A woman's eyeing him up.
Sure.
So my mum,
I love that.
my mum's worked it out already, and she's going. Anything on the other side, love?
She knows. She
She knows it's something's.
Well, so you can be enjoying a film and you can be an hour and 10 in, and then some spidey senses of one of them can go, should we turn it over? And the other one goes, yeah, all right.
Are you sure it's not them protecting you from scenes of sex? So that what they're thinking is, what if Karl gets the idea to have sex?
Yeah.
That could lead to procreation. We don't want any more like him.
Yeah.
We've got to end the line here.
You sure it's not the doctor? Keep calling on going, you are keeping away from
exactly.
women, aren't you?
He must never find out.
Are you
how
sure
it's
they're not
done.
embarrassed because they're watching a sex scene with their son?
It happens every time, right? There's 2 things that my mum does, right? It's that if there's sex scene on the telly, she'll go, anything on the other side, love? And the other thing she always says, if ever there's anything on the telly with Elvis in it, she goes, oh, I like him, right? And we all know, we sat there, we know what she's going to say next.
Yeah.
So you don't even bother saying why, right? And she goes, he likes fat, ugly people.
He what?
He liked fat, ugly people. He didn't always go for like the good-looking fans in the crowd.
What Elvis did?
Yeah.
Right.
That was always the thing. And
I'm sorry. Now, hold on. I don't know what we're doing now with our lives, Steve. Right, wait a minute. Right. So your mum says 2 things, right? She either says...
Is there anything else on the other side?
Or, I like Elvis. There's a pause because you know what she's going to say next. She says, he liked fat, ugly people. How often does this occur?
Well, because they've got like, Sky, there's a lot of those channels on. They're like the music channels. So Elvis always comes on. There's either an Elvis film, there's like, a classic hit by him on.
And she'll go, I like Elvis, he likes fat, ugly people. And what do you mean he liked fat, ugly people?
Is she a fat, ugly person?
Because there's that special Vegas show, isn't he, where he's dancing about, right? And he's got loads of scarves around his neck.
Towels.
Yeah. And like, he always hands them down to the fat, ugly ones. Right. And I always say it's because they're the fat, they've got a sweaty face because they can't, you know what I mean?
I don't know what world they live in.
I don't know how we've gone to this subject.
What sort of world are you got when you're watching his face? And what do you mean fat, ugly ones? You mean they're in the front, they're sweating a lot because they're a bit chubby?
So she thinks, is giving them a towel because it's
but he's really going, wipe your face, you're putting me off, you fat cow. Stop sweating near me.
There's another one.
What?
So, hairy Chinese kids.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We haven't slagged off hairy Chinese kids. We slagged off Chinese. We didn't slag anyone off. We just said they really haven't got a town as such, and they wear shoes. What did we say?
Yeah, little wooden shoes.
And what did the
I just don't know how we got onto Elvis and big fat ugly women. I don't know I don't know how we sidestepped from the Last Temptation of Christ.
Did you see that fat girls and feeders
Go
program?
on a minute.
Monkey news.
Yeah, monkey news.
Oh, monkey news.
Right, if you're a new listener, this is where we do a bit of monkey news.
chance on a news programme, like News Night Review or News at 10, over to Karl Pilkington. Yeah, all right. This monkey's gone mad again. Go on.
Right, we've done quite a lot of good stuff. The one that sort of kicked up most of the fuss was probably Ollie the monkey.
I love the fact that they're all monkeys. He's a chimpanzee.
Well, right.
It's an ape.
Well, today, right, we're looking at one that's it's called Coco.
Oh yeah, the sign language one.
Well, what I've read about him is he speaks, right?
Oh God.
Highly educated.
Yeah.
Photographer.
Carl!
Right.
I love the fact that when he gets a gifted ape, he has to look up to him. He realises that he is superior. I love that.
Right.
Oh.
And he also likes going on computer chat rooms.
I can't take this anymore, Steve. I'm going to be sick. Oh, God.
Which, right, that's pretty amazing.
You know, if an infinite number of monkeys are in an infinite number of chat rooms, they'll eventually type, which is your favourite episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Exactly, yeah. Karl Pilkington, you're an idiot.
But the thing is, right, you're saying about the infinite thing again, about monkeys, if you put them in a room with a typewriter, they'll come up with Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I'd sort of agree with that, right, with monkeys who can't do other stuff, but this one I reckon's going to be busy taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think monkeys that are boring...
Is there a boring monkey? Would you ever have a chimp and you'd go, Suzanne would go, I've got your birthday present. And you know, it's a chimp fella. He's about, about a sort of like a middle-aged chimp.
No, I'd love it. I'm talking on
Would you ever
behalf
go,
of the...
I'll tell you what, Suzanne, that one's boring.
No, but I bet the monkey would get bored, Do you know what I mean? The monkey would be bored. I'd be loving it. I'd love to have a little monkey, right? But what I'm saying is...
You really would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you buy him a camera, he'd be happy again, wouldn't he?
Well, yeah, but that's just it. You wouldn't get in touch. It's like... If you can do other stuff, you don't want to do the boring stuff.
Forget the typing. Forget the monkey's typing. Talk about this monkey that's a photographer.
No, but we are in a way. I'm just saying that would be happier... Monkeys that have got nothing else to do, if they can't take pictures and that, and they can't go on chat rooms...
They're happy to sit in a room typing away for infinity, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But he's got maybe a little exhibition to put on.
Do you think...
Do you know that most chimps and apes and monkeys still actually just live in trees? These are in laboratories and zoos and things. You know, that's not the norm. These monkeys walking around sort of chatting and riding bikes.
Yeah.
You know, that's not natural.
Exactly.
No, I know, but
if you left a bike in the jungle and then came back a few years later, there wouldn't be monkeys riding around on it and a book. If you left a bike with a book in the basket, right, and you went away for 10 years and you came back, there wouldn't be a whole new transport system and schools.
No.
They'd eat it. They'd throw it round and eat it.
All right, then, so what you're saying is you can't... You see, what I think is, right, and don't take this the wrong way in that, right, Stephen Hawking,
Yes.
right, now he had a bad illness. Now, I wonder if he'd be as bright as he is if he didn't have that.
Right.
Because he's had time to sit down, he's like, well, what can I do?
Yeah.
They've gone give him a book. And he read it. I like that. Give us another one.
Yes.
He's got a lot of time on his hands.
Yes.
Now, what I'm saying is monkeys... Yeah,
Right.
This one here, Coco, which I think was a gorilla,
Right.
right? That wouldn't have been happy on a little keyboard, just doing that all day, because it'd be going, well, I could be out taking pictures.
Sure.
Play a record!
Yeah.
Do
you know what I mean?
Play a record!
Yeah.
Done.
You're an idiot!
There it was. There's the catchphrase. Once more.
He is! He's an idiot!
Sure.
Right, we've done that. Monkey news. Right, straight. Let's hit them dead. Let's go straight with cheap as chimps, Carl.
Right, well, this will probably finish today, to be honest.
Oh,
right? Because what if we looked at Cheap as Chimps, we found out that...
Eat one banana. Next, go on, do this one.
Eat one banana a day and that.
Yeah, that's
right,
it, brilliant.
So what...
It was a long-running feature, go on.
Sorry, can I just ask again, what are the rules with cheapest chimps?
It's just, if you wanted a chimp, how much would it sort of cost you?
Brilliant. Title come first?
So, Yeah.
Yeah.
As always, that's the way they do it, right? Cheap as chimps. I thought I'll go online and see, if I could buy one.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you reckon?
£6,000.
To buy a chimp?
Yeah.
Oh no, ridiculous amount. What? Where can you buy them from? What sources? You shouldn't be able to buy them.
eBay.
What do you mean? Buy a chimp? From who?
There was this website that was selling stuff.
What you could actually?
What are you talking? What are you talking about?
Right, here we go then, right? I looked at it. Here's some of the other animals that were on there.
No, wait a minute. What, are these poachers?
I don't know.
What, the zoos that got bored with them? Where can you buy a chimp?
I don't want to give it a plug.
Right,
Some
go on
website,
then.
right?
So what are the other animals available?
Right, well, that'll give you some prices with the other animals, and you can try and work out if it's cheap as chimps, right? So, right, a camel. What do you reckon?
£25,000.
Right, $8,000 for a camel, right? Sloth,
40 quid.
$3,000.
Right.
Last one, Bengal tiger,
Oh, that's got to be pricey. $12,000.
$1,800.
What?
Yeah.
Carl, this is an awful website. That can't be true, mate.
Right,
That's
so
awful.
a chimp,
Well, a chimp,
$5,000.
I'm going to go with $1,000.
$55,000.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
But I don't know what to say because this is rubbish anyway. What website can you buy? Okay, get me a tiger. Here's £1,000. Get me a tiger.
well, I don't know
You're an idiot.
if postage and packages and...
Sorry, so where does the cheapest chimps element come in?
Well, that's sort
Aren't
of
you supposed to
rounds it up.
shout, it's cheap as chimps at the end?
Well, it isn't. That's why I want to finish the feature.
I think you should host a whole show like that. I think it's lovely. Have you ever done any, like DJ, like proper DJ, like in a pub or a club? Because I know
Wow.
Carl had his own. I had my own disco when I was a kid.
Yeah, not proper. I had a gig once when I had to. It was 2 nights a week in the local pub. Just the 2 decks. That it was in a suitcase. You know, those sort of
Yeah,
like all in one
yeah.
thing. And they just wanted the same records. They wanted Rod Stewart, Baby Jane. They wanted about 11:15 when they were all drunk. They wanted Don McLean's American Pie, which they all sang along
course,
to.
yeah.
Uptown Girl they liked.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't used to do the talking.
Did you
at
do
all.
the patter?
No,
'Cause I
I
never had
couldn't.
the- I never had the
I
balls to
just
do the
don't
patter.
understand it. I just love those wedding sort of DJs that they have to give you extra information. They can't just play a song. They have to say things like, "Ooh, all the way back there in the Commodore's easy." It's sort of like they have to tell
But
you
who's
something.
listening?
Who's listening? They just go
It's
and
a
play the next
wedding.
record.
It's
Play a wedding, yeah.
It's like, the controller of a local radio station listening. He just happens to be at the wedding thinking, hang on.
Hold on, he's played a record, but he's got extra information. Well, they should do useful things at a wedding. Like, will the overweight aunt in the purple dress please now take the floor with little unfortunate kid and let him hop around?
As the dance floor is currently empty, will any 8-year-old boys wearing those tiny tuxedos please slide across the dance floor on their knees? Until they are taken home and put to bed early.
I went to one once. And the bloke who'd hired it went to the DJ, and this DJ that had come with this sort of party wanted a 70s disco, and he looked like Woody Allen, right? And I was sure he used to be a gentleman's outfitters,
Yes.
like, and he said, "Oh, I wanted a 70s disco," and he went, "Well, I've got Bicycle Race by Queen lined up, I've got ELO, and I've got Cliff We Don't Talk Anymore." So, and he went, "Well, I went sort of more disco." He went, "I don't really want to blow all my Earth, Wind and Fire before 10." But it's like all planned.
There is a rule. There are rules. Will the 17-year-old girl who's dressed like Avril Lavigne please tap loudly because I still haven't played anything by Linkin Park?
Will the 45-year-old woman recently divorced please cry now?
Yeah,
please cry now.
Please cry now because it's clear you're never going to find another man. Because you used to be a DJ, didn't you? Because there is a sort of rule. Definitely, I remember there was like, what I learned was that there are certain tunes you just do not play early on. Oh, What a Night, for instance.
Dun, 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 yeah.
People, you never play that before like 11. You want that last hour before they've got to go home to be non-stop dancing.
When would you pop on Dancing Queen?
Interesting, thanks for that. Is there a buffet being served?
Yes.
Yeah, well, definitely post-buffet. I remember there was great days. I was reminded of this recently by ITV's Reborn in the USA. There was a great time where you could come out of the buffet or any kind of speech with a bit of Gina G. Who, I remember there was a great period for a couple of years where that was always a barnstormer.
Sure.
Sadly, no longer the case. What about, because the danger is, of course, you go back to the 70s, maybe you got Dancing Queen, but how many do you play before you come into the 80s with perhaps Billie Jean?
Or Soft Cell.
Soft Cell's always a classic, yeah. I'd love to hear that. And, because there's always controversy now, as to whether Love Shack is overplayed. I know that's a big discussion
I've
now.
never liked it. I just like, will any 35-year-old men please now dance ironically to Bombastic in the vain hope that someone would actually find them attractive?
What did
Love
you...
Shack, oh no, never liked
Come
it.
on, Eileen?
I never, yeah, alright. I just never liked any records that with a hint of novelty about them.
They are popular though, they're floor fillers.
I hate them. I just...
You haven't done DJing, have you?
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Singing on the other side of your
have
face.
you?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Not
You didn't
popular.
play Dexter's Midnight Runners?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't plan it out that much when I did it. It was like, I knew I had the tights and cigars to give away.
Yeah.
Which he
At the
stole
raffle.
from his parents' bedroom beforehand.
Yeah.
Why were you giving away stuff at a disco anyway? Why are you just playing records?
Because people liked it, didn't they? If it wasn't...
It hasn't changed. We're doing this. We talk rubbish, we play records, and we give away crap that we found.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed, does it?
And, so I had some good times. I mean, for people who haven't been listening all the time, it was called Pilky's Making Music.
Yeah.
It was like Pilkington, and my mate was called something Making, and the music was what we played, right? And I had some cards made, had some nice blue glossy cards made, but they were quite expensive.
Yeah.
So I used to hand them out, and then they'd say cheers for that, and say, no, write it down, write the number down, I want that back.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Because they were quite pricey,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Classy
Had that done.
businessman there.
Made,
I think Richard Branson used to do that.
I think so, yeah.
saved a bit of money, because my dad made some lights, Sonny. He just like...
He said he made them, he found them in a telephone box.
Well, we never had any disasters, right? But my mate did one, right? And I don't know if it's that funny, really, but it... Well, that's to tell you anyway, right? He was doing this gig, and it was probably one of the biggest gigs, right, that he ever had. Must have been a couple of hundred people there.
Yeah.
And in like a big sort of warehouse thing. Anyway, for some reason, there was some problem with a big speaker that fell, right? So the police turn up and stuff.
Right.
And they try to control the night, and they're going, can everyone sit down? We try to control it. Can you sit down? So anyway, you get a few like little groups of people sitting down on the floor, and people were still stood up, and the police were saying, look, you know, we're going to cancel this whole night if you don't all sit down. And more people are sort of sitting down. It's going on for about 20 odd minutes, right? Will you please sit down? And it gets to this point when there's just one lad stood up in the middle. And he's going, look, you're ruining it for everyone. Will you sit down? And it goes quiet for a bit, and someone's muttering something. And he goes, the lad standing up has got calipers on his legs. Can we have a round of applause for the kid?
Who said that?
It was this lad who was doing the DJ. He was the DJ. So, like, the police and everything were saying, well, you sit down, you're ruining it for everyone else.
Dear. You know, the quick way to sort that out would have been to play upside your head.
Yeah, are you sure?
We haven't done Cheeky Freak of the Week.
That's a new feature, isn't it?
That's a new feature.
Cheeky Freak of the Week. Let's do Cheeky Freak of the Week. What is the cheekiest freak of the week? So I'm just going to apologise now. I've just had freaks, sorry to freaks. Okay, right, go ahead.
Well, I say it's a new feature, but we've sort of touched on it in the past with
We always talk about freaks.
Hairy Chinese Kid.
Yeah.
We've had the Pillow Man.
Yeah. Oh, you called a draft excluder?
Just make a note of that, would you, Rick, on the list?
People without arms and legs.
But at least, you see, the Pillow Man, what do you picture? Because I was saying to Ricky in the week, right, I'm a great fan of the Elephant Man.
That's his. Do you know that's his favourite freak?
Oh,
the
of all
Elephant
the
Man.
freaks, that's
Do you know why he said? Do you know why he said? He said because you get what you pay for. When someone says the Elephant Man, you get what it says on the tin. Right. You know you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Do you imagine, Steve, if you had a mate and you said, where are you going? He said, I'm going to go see my mate. And you go, which mate? And he said, the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
Straight away, you haven't even met him, but you know what he's going to look like.
Yes.
Right? That's what I like about that. Hairy Chinese Kid.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get.
Pillow Man.
Yeah.
Not so good.
What does that mean?
It could be one of those big fat things on that show, couldn't it? A big pillow, like a.
Yeah.
You know, they had that big thing about the fat people and feeders. They were getting up to like 60 stone and that big one. And there's a thing called fat admirers that just fancy fat women, right? And
you writing that down?
Yeah, sorry. And they had blow up versions. It looked like a bouncy castle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. you'd be knackered when you blew that up.
Yeah,
you just wouldn't want to go forget it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's people being cruel as well, isn't it? Because after watching the programme on Channel 4 about the fat people and fellas who like them and stuff, there was a story on one of the news websites about some fella in Germany, right? He was a big fella, must have been about 50 stone, and he fell over, right? And I think he hurt his ankle or something. And
Timber.
they sent firemen instead of like an ambulance.
Yeah.
So straight away they're having a bit of a laugh.
They're not. No, they've got winching gear.
Well, they didn't know. They didn't have winching gear. They had to use the hose pipes to carry him out. I think it was Ananova, that news website. They had to use the hose pipes. So they made like a bed using the hose pipes.
Oh, yeah.
And had to carry him out on that. And then they had to sort of get him into a special truck, they said. Mm-hmm. And do the same when they got to the hospital. I mean, that's a bit...
That's mad, isn't it?
They shouldn't do that.
Although, Carl, I'm loving that story. I'm just worried that we're not going to be able to fit in Cheeky Freak of the Week.
What's
So
the
which
Cheeky
is one
Freak
you've
of the
nominated?
Week?
All right, Cheeky Freak of the Week. Something I found on the net.
Yeah.
Fella who had 27 toes and fingers.
In a jar?
No, still on him. And proper ones as well, not like little stumps and that. Proper, fully formed fingers. He had like...
Was he a pianist? Close-up magician?
I don't know what he did. He just said that he was...
Cat's cradle professional?
Did he ever work on finger bobs?
He was saying in the week.
For the crowd scenes.
I'm now going to do Braveheart.
Yeah.
He said about the Elephant Man. He said, I want to do a thing right with freaks where it's good and bad. He went, what did you said? The pro about him is...
What about the fella with loads of fingers, or...?
No, the Elephant Man.
Well, he
said the bad thing is he stretches his jumpers.
When he puts them on. Yeah. And what's the good thing?
sort of... He never gets up and goes, oh, my hair's a bit of a mess today.
No. He's always having another bad face day.
I don't to complain about his head and shoulders. You're taking the piss. Yeah. Oh, dear.
So that's freaky.
Didn't you see an elephant woman in Manchester?
Yeah, leave that.
What do you mean, leave it?
No, because it is sad.
I know it's sad, but I mean, I don't know what my next sentence is.
No, people always
That
think,
should be the end.
I don't need to say anymore. People will know what she looks like. It's a good name for her.
Did she like buns? Oh dear!
It was when my dad was a taxi driver and he used to sit in the front.
Yeah.
And she used to get a lot of taxis.
Yeah.
And he only charged you half price, didn't he? He was a good guy.
Well, the bad thing is as well with people like that, you don't want to offend them because they never forget.
Oh, go!
But,
go, Pilkington!
I was sat in the front of the cab and my dad goes, right, we're going to go and pick the I can't even tell you the name. These guys, just evil. Right?
What do you mean?
No, leave it. So she's got... No,
Carl,
please.
tell me what he said.
No.
You've already stitched him up. He's Stephen things from Little Welsh
I don't
Fellas.
care.
Right, what did he call her?
Steve, back me up on this. I really
Carl,
don't want
to be
to.
fair, our opinion of him is already pretty low.
Look, tell me what he said.
No, it's not. I'm scared of what my dad gets. It's the person who's got the
She's
thing
not
wrong.
listening, is she?
Well, her headphones wouldn't fit on her head.
Tell me what he called her.
I don't want to.
Tell me what he called her, Carl. I'm getting angry, man. Tell me what he called her.
No, I'll leave that. Honestly,
Tell me what he...
It doesn't matter.
Tell me what he called her. Carl, just... I'm going to go...
Seriously, I want to know what he called her.
Right, you're not going to stop this show. We're not doing the next show until you tell me what he called her.
What did your father call the elephant head woman?
Tell me.
Spudhead.
How old were you?
I don't know, about 9.
Did you laugh?
So did you expect to see a potato with a dress?
He did sort of, again, it's a good name. Do you know what I mean? I had an idea of what it was going to be about, and he said, do you want to stay in the car, I'll take you home, because you
She's
can't...
spudhead, she got lovely eyes.
Can't.
Come on, man.
Comfort and Sound by Feeder on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Stephen Merchant.
Hello there.
But no Karl Pilkington.
No
He's
Karl.
in Lanzarote.
Lanzarote,
But
as
we
we
have
speak.
got a very, very special stand-in. It's Camfield. Say hello.
I'm so excited to be here. It's been, you know, the things I've learned in the last 10 minutes before we've even gone on air. Like, you don't have a theme tune.
I don't have a theme tune. I don't wear headphones.
Exactly.
Ian wears headphones with a preamp. He's got 3 midgets just brought in his back line. Right? They're called Dog, Mongo and Blitzkrieg. Look, Blitzkrieg is up there, like, eating a banana.
Yeah.
He is the king of rock, the new king of rock.
Well,
the prince, he's the prince of rock. Obviously, Vance is the king of rock. But we'll be doing that, we're working out who. Over this, and by the way, Camfield, I don't want the Ian Camfield that does XFM and going, and there's fast approaching 1:23, here's Ash. I want the Camfield that goes, I snorted ants with Lemmy. Okay? So, we want the real Camfield.
All right. I bought in Metal Christmas, is that all right? That's my only request from this show, that we do play Paul Di'Anno's version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The rest of it's over to you.
Yeah, we're going to play some Christmas tunes. We're going to play some, our favourite hits of the year. But mainly, this is the rock programme. This is the rock programme.
What worries me, Rick, is there's a lot of people who listen to our show and they're not regular XFM listeners. They just kind of crawl out.
They're not regular people.
Stupid on a Saturday afternoon, put the show on. So they might not be familiar with
Ian Camfield is a young man. He's been in.
He's about 14.
He's been in radio. It's weird. He's 14, but he's been in radio for 15 and a half years. He was weaned on the milk of a Vance. Right? And he's going to be the new rock god, aren't you?
Well, I'm trying.
Yeah. No DJ Camfield. Just go, right? And over the 2 hours, I want to work out the 4 pillars of rock, right? I want 4 names, 4 pillars of rock, right? Huge rock pillars, and then I want the king who stands astride them like the archangel of metal. So we'll be asking Ian every few minutes. We're asking, right, who's your first pillar of rock, and then keeping the one that stands astride them. Okay.
And how many do we need?
Well, we need 5 names then, don't we? The 4 pillars of rock and who stands astride them.
Right. Okay. Like the Overlord with these Axe Attack albums.
Yeah. This is Oasis. Christmas.
A lot of people ask me, Camfield, I'm sure you can you've probably got experiences of your own that you might want to talk about, but people ask me what Ricky's like in real life. And I don't want to get grotesque. It's Christmas, people are listening, people are eating sandwiches, but he has a flatulence problem. I don't know if you're aware of this. It is...
It's not a problem.
Right. Well, it is for us.
Yeah.
You may not. I think the problem with Ricky is Ricky hates to miss out on anything. He's terrified that there's going to be something going on that he's missing out on, a conversation, a joke, someone falling over, and he daren't spend any time in the lavatory because it's too any period of time he spends in there, he could be missing out on some fun. So he kind of tries to get his lavatory, occupying time down to a minimum, an absolute minimum. Plenty of pissing. There's loads of that, but none of the other activity, really. I mean, you keep that, really. It's like you're in, you're out, and sometimes I don't think you've done the full job, Rick.
Yeah.
And today, I'll tell you this, my eyes were bleeding. It's intense. It's just a word of warning, because the kitchen at XFM is out of bounds now. No one's going in there until the new year.
A to J in the library.
A to J in the record library. I'll tell you this, I don't know if, like, Tony Blackburn's in the building.
His wig will fall off.
But seriously...
Not that he wears a wig. He doesn't wear a wig.
But if he's going down there, maybe he wants to play some Beach Boys. I mean, seriously, forget I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Forget you might have survived in the jungle, Tony. But you get down there, mate.
Tony, would you rather eat a plate of maggots or go and get Beach Boys?
Exactly.
Saying A to J, hot pickers.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
It is absolutely extraordinary down there.
So
I'll just be warned.
But it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Why would Blackburn be listening to this?
I don't know. He's probably doing a bit of Christmas shopping.
Sure.
And he's out and about with probably got his little, personal stereo on.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll listen to the boys at XFM.
Exactly.
And Camfield, what do you think of it so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's not Vance, is it? Okay, who?
Okay. So I'm growing up on this estate, and there was this woman about 4 houses down, right? It's a bit rough. All right?
Didn't fancy her.
Oh, God, no. Right? But she had a baby.
Well, tell me about her first. I'm interested in this woman. Why was she?
It was a very...
Was it like a man in a dress?
I mean, I didn't grow up in a posh house or anything. I'm not saying that if you live in a bit of a rough house, you're a bad person.
What does she look like?
But anyone can
Tattoos?
Clean up.
Look like Tony Green with a fag on.
They didn't clean up much, right?
Oh.
Which... Even if you've not got a lot of money, you can still try and make the place look nice.
Yeah.
Right? But she didn't, and a kid used to take a horse into the house.
Sorry. Whoa, Neddy. What do you mean a kid used to take a horse into the house? Where did he get a horse?
Must have nicked it from somewhere. Must have done.
You seen a horse in it? No.
What, is that from outside the saloon round the corner?
Yeah, was it just tied up with a bit of leather?
Right? And,
oh, that's great. Big Jake. I'm looking for it.
I'd been out.
Oh. Sorry, let me get this. This was before the lynching stopped or after.
Where did he get a horse from? What do you mean he must have nicked it? His mum said, where'd you get that from? I bought it. All right then, but keep it out of the kitchen.
I don't want you going Catlin rustling.
Where did he get a horse from, Carl? And how long did he have it for? Was he leading it or riding it? Mum, open the door, I can't stop.
I can't stop it. Open the patio door as well.
Looks like we got us a runaway. What do you mean?
I don't know, but the thing is they couldn't afford to buy one because they're not cheap. So I'm just guessing. Maybe that's wrong of me. But I think...
He had a horse?
Yeah, right. So
that's why the family didn't have any money. They'd spend it on the horse.
No, I don't think, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they would have bought it. So anyway...
Yeah, it's wise to whisper, Carl, in case they're listening.
Yeah. And
they could be in the room next door.
It's not buying it, it's keeping it as well.
Oh. So I was like in the car with my dad coming into the avenue, and you used to have to drive down it to turn round. And, you know, sort of go back to our house.
You had the traditional method of transport. Yeah.
And the horse was in the lounge.
Reading a paper.
Just like walking around.
Oh God! What?
And when I was doing it, I tried to earn myself some money once by flogging little flowers in plastic cups.
What? This is genius. It just keeps coming. What do you mean you're trying to flog little flowers? What do you mean?
Wait. Let's play a record. Let's play a record and come back to this. This story's going to just unravel and unravel. It's going to go for hours. Let's play a track,
deeper
Carl.
and deeper. It's like an onion, isn't it?
We've created a whole world here where there's a man living with a horse.
Just walking around the lounge.
I come from the West Country. I've never heard anything like that.
I just think of a big sort of like orange carpet and it's got a rediffusion telly and this horse going, I'm fed up in it.
Exactly.
God, that Darren's good.
Darren Brown's good, isn't it?
Oh dear.
Well, listen, still to come, right? We've got the monkeys thing.
Oh, chimpanzee that.
And when I was out last Sunday, right, at Johnny's birthday party, Steve was there.
Yeah.
Got talking about stuff. And a debate that we didn't really finish cropped up.
It blew your mind, didn't it?
Amazing.
Oh, I know about this. Steve told me. This is the infinite amount of monkeys. Or a monkey with a typewriter and an infinite amount of time would eventually come up with the works of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
There was no debate. It's a philosophical, mathematical problem. There's no debate. It's true.
It won't happen.
No, listen, Carl, listen. Infinity sorts it all out for you, right? An infinite amount of monkeys at a typewriter, right? They do everything. They type everything. Infinity just sorts it all out for you. There's no getting to it and they're going, oh, well, let's have a look what they've done. This one's come close. Did Romeo and Juliet. It would do it all. It would type everything ever possible, conceivable.
Yeah, but...
It's a mathematical...
Well, we've heard your side of the argument, Rick. I'll be honest with you, it's a persuasive one. But let's hear Carl, because he heard about this in a pub last week.
Yeah,
so he's got some strong
What's your problem with it? What's your problem with it?
Well, first of all, right, you're saying it's a load of monkeys. It's not just one monkey. It depends. That can live forever.
No, wait. It's either a chimpanzee with a typewriter with an infinite amount of time. He would eventually, by definition, mathematically, type everything ever possible, okay? Or it's an infinite amount of chimps with typewriters, and one of them will type it first time.
But already that's not right. You either need to have
what
one
do you mean?
monkey.
What? You mean employment laws? What do you mean it's not right?
Let's hear him out, please.
Okay.
If it's one monkey with a typewriter that's got loads of ink in it and that, right? At least it knows what it's done in the past.
It's not...
Keep going.
If you've got a load of monkeys, it's like if you have too many, what's that saying about too many chefs?
Too many chimps spoil the soup.
Right, well, it's the same thing. It's like, well, I didn't tell you to put salt in it. I was going to put salt in it, and it messes it up. Whereas if it's just one, they know what's gone on. So what I'm saying is...
Honestly,
just leave him go.
I can't be bothered.
I want to hear the rest.
This blows my mind. He doesn't know what this does to me. It's a mathematical problem.
I want to hear the rest.
Well, it's just, I just don't think it will happen.
What do you mean you don't think it'll happen? Infinity works it out for you, by definition.
Well, what's stopping them typing the same thing again?
They would. In fact, the problem should be, if you had an infinite amount of time, that it would type the works of Shakespeare an infinite amount of times, and everything else an infinite amount of times. But, you know, that's not as...
But not Shakespeare.
Oh,
wrong! Shut up! You idiot!
Rick, do you know what he said to me? I said to him, I explained it to him. I said,
God.
you've got an infinite number of monkeys, infinite number of typewriters. They will type the complete works of Shakespeare. He said, have they read Shakespeare?
You're an idiot! Play a record.
said, no,
I'm not having this
they're not doing
conversation.
it from
I'm not
memory.
having it. I'm not having it because it really, really winds me up.
But you're saying they'll do it with no spelling errors.
Well, they do it an infinite amount of times. And they do it wrong an infinite amount of times. And they spell the last full stop wrong an infinite amount of times. And they get one thing wrong in Hamlet wrong an infinite amount of times. They do everything an infinite amount of times.
But are they going off a story that they've...
Play a record, Carl, because I'm going to knock you out.
I'm just saying...
Shut up!
Do they know the story?
They're monkeys!
Oh, Christ.
No,
right,
but-
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, we've got who's that on the line?
It's Rob.
Rob, are you a doctor?
I'm a final year medical student. I'll be a doctor in 2 months, touch wood.
That's close enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, where do you study? Do you want to give more details, or do you want to remain anonymous as you're calling in to
I study at Barts Hospital.
All right, great. So, why do GPs sometimes put their finger up a man's anus?
To see what's there. You know, if you've got hemorrhoids, if you've got an enlarged prostate, you know, it's either that or they stick up a big tube and have a look up with a light.
What?
And it's easier to do that.
Now, are you dumbing this down for us, or are you going to fail your medical exams by saying stick up a big tube with a light?
I'm dumbing it down.
Okay, come on then. We're all intelligent people here, and Carl. So you tell us what's that called?
It's called a sigmoidoscope.
Right.
Nice. That was a clever test, wasn't it, Rick?
12 inch long.
Yeah.
12-inch long tube that they can put up there.
So, Carl, would you prefer that or a finger?
Well, so do they sort of do the finger first, and then, I mean, at what point do they say, hang on, we need a light here? I mean...
It's normally if there's something wrong.
But, so if I go then, say if I go to this Wellman clinic, right, and they go, yeah, the art's good and that, yeah, finger, there you go, and then they go, hang on, I'm going to go and get me light and tube. I could start worrying then because they've sort of found something.
And they're not likely to go straight in with the tube. They'll probably send you off some tests first.
But Carl, there's nothing. But you go to these places to put your mind at rest and to know where you are with your health. I mean, it's not that you go along. That's what most people worry about. They think that because I'll go along and they'll find something. Well, one, that's illogical. It doesn't heighten the fact they find something because you go along. And two, if they do find something, it's a good job you went along. I mean, I'm a hypocrite because I don't go to the doctor, but I've had that done.
You should be concerned if when they shine the little light in your ear, it comes out the other side of your ear.
No,
the other ear comes right out the other side. That's when you should be worried.
But Rob, right, you said then, if they find something, they send me off for some tests. Why can't I just have the test without that and cut out the middleman? Do you know what I mean?
Because you're wasting lots of money.
There's hundreds of tests they could do, and they could do every test, and they could all come back with nothing, or they could do the finger up there and send you for the 3 tests you need to find out what's wrong with you.
But in this day and age, with all the technology and that, and like brainy doctors and all that, the only way to find out is sticking a finger up there.
What are you worried about, Carl? Is it fundamentally that this doctor who's has done 6 years medical training, is it embarrassing to have a man's finger up your ass?
I just don't understand how you can get round to that without...
But what don't you like? Is it fundamentally you don't like anything up your ass, or is it the fact that it's a man's finger up there?
I don't like going to the doctors. It makes me nervous, because I think if anyone searches you long enough, they're going to find a fault with you, right? And especially if they're going that far into you. They're going to find something. And
probably not.
Well, you never... I just don't... I don't know how to get round to that sort of... that point where you get a... What do you talk to the doctor about? And he's like, all right, nice day. Strap your trousers.
He goes, he says, I'm gonna just,
Most people just shut up and let you do it, and then breathe a sigh of relief when you say there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But is that at the end of the test, or is that the first thing he does?
It's the last thing.
So that trousers up out the door.
Because he knows it ends conversation. He knows it's a bit of a faux pas. The doctor says, "Oh, I better not kick off with a finger up the arse." Well, what I do is I'll start on with the the head, and then work down and go, "Oh, one final thing, Mr. Pilkington."
So Rob,
he drops his keys and he goes, "Pick them up." And as you bend over,
will you be doing this, Rob? Is this what you're like open to do? You do all these.
I'll have to do it at some point. All doctors do it at some point, no matter what they specialise in.
So the first one, is he another doctor there to sort of make sure you're doing it right?
Not dentists.
No, but do you know?
Dentists aren't doctors anyway.
No.
But do you know what I mean? Like normally, it's like a co-pilot will have someone with them for the first one. So when you put your first finger in, will someone be there going, right? You just want to move to the left of it?
I've already done it.
Have you?
Yeah. So that's the thing with a student. You're learning. So you get people teaching
and you learn on
these things.
Can I just point out, Rob, I think I'm right in assuming that you have a glove on.
Yep.
And there's lubrication.
Yep.
And it doesn't hurt.
No.
There you go. What are you worried about, Carl?
Who's this person who everyone's testing on in your class?
It's not one person.
It's not one person. There's like, when a patient comes in and they've got a problem, your boss, the consultant, he does his finger up, and if he finds something, he goes to the patient, is it alright if the student has a feel as well? Then the student puts on a glove, puts the leave on the glove, and sticks his finger up and sees what he comes out with.
Rob, I wish you could see Carl's face. I mean, his face when you said, and he says, can this fella have a go as well? He looked horrified. That he thought it was a free-for-all, like there's a queue of people trying on gloves and going, let's have a go. That looks good up there. What have you found?
No, I mean, how come you had to sort of... Is it not something you could test on yourself rather than waiting for other people to come in? Because then,
It's an awkward position to get to, really, isn't it?
Well, but you can have a good rummage then without feeling too awkward, but to sort of have a go on your first patient when you don't really know what you're looking for anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Never really thought about it.
Because you don't... If you've never done it before... You pop your finger in there, and you've got to sort of look. You've got to have an expression on your face, like you know what you're finding.
Well, they can't see what you look. They can't see your face.
There. You got the big boss consultant man going, now move your finger there, and you'll probably feel this. But he's just done it. He knows what's there.
Well, what? Oh, so he's already had a go. He's had a feel, and he's going right. If you feel to the right, that's the conglomeracy or whatever.
The conglomeracy, yeah. Its conglomeracy is in perfect working order.
I'm still.
Thank you, Rob. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Carl is probably the worst patient you'll ever encounter in your medical career. Good luck with your finals, and thanks very much.
And do you know any female doctors who do this? Or?
Thank you. XFM 104.9. Thank you. Go on.
Like the one. Do you know the one I read out a couple of weeks ago? That was man lives in dump for 10 years. Right.
I remember the Chinese woman eats dirt.
Yeah, well,
that was a cracker.
Man lives in dump for 10 years. I read on with that one yesterday. Yeah. I found it in my bag because I took it on, so I'll read that when I get a minute. Yeah. Right.
News. Imagine that. News. I might read last Thursday's Sun.
Yeah.
Just to catch up.
Do you know how he got caught?
What do you mean how he got caught?
He lived in a
rubbish dump.
Well,
he lived in a rubbish dump. No one knew he was there. Right. Yeah. He was living off food that had been chucked away. He said a lot of people chuck away stuff that isn't off. So you can survive on that. He had a nice little place to sleep and that, on an old mattress, that was all right and stuff. Got away with it for 10 years until he decided to celebrate bonfire night with some fireworks. Can you believe that?
Well, he's happy that the gunpowder plot was foiled and the Guy Fawkes was beheaded, thus saving our system of government.
There's got to be a couple of news headlines, surely.
Hold on, wait a minute. Bong.
Pierced penis man off the hook.
Bong.
Man changed his name to Bubba 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 Bubba.
Bong.
Dwarf to live in a glass box.
Dwarf to live in a glass box?
Yeah, it's meant to be art or something. It's not though, is it?
What? Meant to be art? Why is... Yeah, whose idea is this? Is art, or is someone hired a dwarf to live in their box?
It's just a box, and he can even leave when he wants, apparently. He can, go, I'm hungry, I'm going for a walk, and he puts a little note.
If it's Damien Hirst, he might end up in 4 bits. So just be careful.
But to me, that's like that thing when I said to you about the woman in the jar.
What woman in the jar?
The woman in a jar. They go, come and see the woman in a jar. And then it turns out it's a big jar. So it's like, put me in there as well then.
Exactly.
It's not special.
Yeah.
And that's the same with him. It's a big box, he's a small fella. What's good about that?
What do you want to do, though? To compress matter?
But hang on, it's not a world record-breaking attempt. It's supposed to be art.
No, what's art about that?
Well, I'd like to
What's
try and
art
justify
about
it.
that? Oh, can we do a show for BBC Three? Karl Pilkington going around, what's art about that?
Yeah.
That is brilliant. What's art about that?
I'd love that.
Would you?
I'd love that.
Me and Steve are going to do a thing called Is Art Rubbish, where we go round and we chat about it.
Yeah.
But we can hand that over to you if you want to do that. If anyone from BBC Three is listening, Karl Pilkington, what's art about that? All right? Weird, isn't it? And what would you go around like Sensation and things like that and Saatchi and going...
Dali and that.
You put a sheep in formaldehyde, what's art about that? Our butcher does it. All right, weird, isn't it?
What do you make of Dali and the melting clocks, all that stuff?
Talked about it, haven't we?
Have we?
Told you.
What do
about
you think of it? What
He sort of milked the idea a bit.
Right.
Because everything had a melting clock on it. It was like he had a bit of success with it once and then he just ruined it. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
It's like you with the monkeys.
Like Status Quo?
Yeah.
Sure. What's your favourite artist? Don't say Lowry.
Lowry is my favourite
Why is Lowry your favourite artist?
Captures life, doesn't he? Going on and
In
that.
stick form.
I know you're a big fan of Where's Wally as well, aren't you? You've never found him, have you? You've never found him yet.
No, Carl, that's not Wally, that's a stain on the table. You've come off the book again.
A German man, just thought I'd let you know this, Carl,
Sure.
Ricky. A German man has been arrested because he taught his dog to give the Nazi salute. And then he made it do it in front of two policemen. I think it's an offence in Germany now. That's a fascist with too much time on their hands.
No, but is it... it's illegal for a dog to do it as well?
I think so.
I bet he thought he'd found a loophole.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been dying to do it, but he thought, well, I'm not allowed to do it. It's illegal for a human to do it.
Yeah.
Thought he got round it. No.
For a while, it just kept doing the Basil Fawlty funny walk. And he was going, no,
no,
you're
don't
undermining
do that.
it. Don't do the legs as well. But the reason I mentioned it is because he's German. And what were you telling me earlier about... Carl was whittering on about the Germans earlier. He was saying something about the accent. It's fine with blokes, but not with women. You wouldn't want to go out with a German woman because the accent.
I just think it's a bit manly, innit?
Sure.
Is it?
Yeah, it sounds a bit hard. I can't imagine having a nice sort of romantic chat with someone.
Well, it's not a romantic language, no. It's quite harsh, yeah, but that's our...
No, but what I mean is, right, I can't speak any other languages apart from this one.
Well...
Right.
You're struggling with this one.
Yeah.
And what I mean is...
Whereas you really do speak the language of love, all right? There's some condoms, where's me tea?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if a French woman was talking to me, I'd say, I don't know what you're talking about, love, but it sounds good. Whereas a German woman, I'd go, oof. And she might be saying really nice stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But then we got talking because, do you know, like, me brother
Sort of a prejudice, really, isn't it?
In a sense.
What do you mean?
In a sense, it's racist, but anyway, on you go.
Yeah, go on.
It's not really, is it?
No.
But, yeah, my brother was in the army. We've talked about it, haven't we? And how he got kicked out for going for a packet of fags in a tank and that.
Yeah.
Right? But he was, when he was in the army, he was based in Germany for a bit. And he used to be one for sort of, you know, picking up the ladies and that. He always had, you know, new girlfriends and stuff.
But he's a Pilkington.
Used to get through loads of them.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't that bad. But
Well,
my
no,
brother,
because you had things like you trouble with your marrow and that. No, you might die. I'm not interested.
yeah, but no matter what he did, do you know what I mean? When he was a bus driver, he was one of them who always had a woman still at the front with him and sort of, you know, having a chat and stuff.
Sure.
And he sort of got kicked out of that and stuff. Yeah. But
When he was bus driver, did he own the bus or did he just take it to get a packet of fags?
so
He's in Germany.
he's in Germany, and the army people say to him, "Now we know what you like, Pilkington, right?
Das Pilker.
Don't be meeting up with any German women.
Fraulines. Leave the Fraulines alone.
Not allowed to go out with German women because apparently they get you and then they beat you up and that.
What, the German women?
Why?
Go on.
Don't know. They just said don't because they don't like English army people and that.
Why?
See,
I don't know.
the English is your first language, isn't it?
Are you speaking German now? Or?
I can't tell. Don't get out with the Germans, go beat you up and that. Don't like English army, man. What is that?
What worries me, Rick, is we've got the face, the body language and things to try and interpret this gobbledygook. The listeners, they just got the words.
It must be, I know, yeah. It must be just ridiculous for a listener. Right, just do the competition. What was that anecdote about? Don't go out with German women, they'll beat you up.
I'm just saying, when if you're in the army, if you're about to join the army and you think it'll be great, I'm going to meet loads of women over in Germany, it's not going to happen.
Wise words there, wise words.
So this station in public service.
Excellent, okay.